Welcome, agents, to strain 96-JBB of the 0 Point Report, the #1 broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, October 17th, 2024, and with me tonight we have 2-Ton Waffle.
Ooh, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I thought it was the person behind me.
No, it's you.
No. Oh, I must be seeing
And
things.
Jimmy the Rabbit,
Where?
behind 2-Ton Waffle.
Right there.
Oh shit!
And I'm Ocho.
going?
Welcome to the 0 Point Report. How are you guys doing this fine October evening?
It's nice to be home.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wishing I had made booze. that's where
Also
I'm at.
fair. Also fair. Someone, I agreed with someone with someone from the UK who had never had eggnog, and they're like, "What is eggnog?" And I was like, it's a drink. It's we have it here in the US.
It's an experience.
It is. I love it. I love a good eggnog. Every year I get like massive amounts of it. But they were like, "Is it anything like a snowball?" And I said, "What the heck is a snowball?" And they were like, and I looked it up, and apparently a snowball is essentially mixing.
You looked online. It was a snowball.
Yes. The drink, mind you. Yes, I know what a snowball is. But I looked up for the drink, and it was like mixing eggnog, basically mixing eggnog with lemonade. And they were like, this is the drink we have over here. I was like, that sounds ridiculous, and I will have to try it.
I will say, I never cared for eggnog as a kid. I still don't. But it's like a Christmas Eve tradition. And what my dad did growing up was he would cut it. He'd cut it with 7-Up specifically. Which is like a lemon limey flavor. It's not lemonade, but it's
that's close.
It's a lemon lime flavor. I feel like you're relying a lot though on like the carbonation, I think, as well. To like it just helps cut the egginess of it. Like it thins it out some.
Mm-hmm. See, and I'm so used to like the store-bought ones, which don't necessarily taste like egg a whole bunch. They just more taste like
it's thick milk.
Well, it's less
basically thick sweet milk essentially.
It's less of the egg. It's less, when I say eggy, it's less of the taste and more of the texture. Like that's what the 7-Up helps to do. It's not just a taste, but like you're putting a thin liquid in it. It doesn't. It's too thick, right? It's for me.
It is very thick.
Is like the texture is wrong, and the 7-Up helps kind of like smooth out the texture some.
Okay,
because I'm a texture person. Like something can taste like one way or another doesn't usually bother me, but textures I will. That's my like. No, if the texture's wrong, fuck you.
Like to me,
I like spaghetti. Fucking hate lasagna. And they're like basically the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're the same thing.
Texture of the lasagna shell. It's the flat. It's the flat layered. That and ricotta cheese. I fucking hate the texture of ricotta cheese. But again, I love cheese. I love all kinds of cheeses. The texture of that one in particular, like I don't like.
And it's weird because ricotta is what? Mozzarella. Basically, we
bought like mozzarella, but it's a
we
wrong
bought my
texture.
father-in-law how to like make your own mozzarella kit once, and I was helping him do it, and we messed it up and just made ricotta.
Just whoops, there's ricotta.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was sort of like, oh nope, we missed a step, and it's well, what is this? And it's like, well, it's apparently it's ricotta now. It was like it's basically like the same cheese, just like I don't know, without like forming it into, or without something to form it into the solid shape. Hey, Vomer.
Yeah.
Hey, Shantahex. How are you? Thank you for joining us. I don't know. But you're talking about alcohol. Just made me think about that. But that's more Christmas. It really is. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not there yet. I mean, even
We're not
though the
there
stores
yet.
still actually have had for like past month Christmas decorations. We're
You
not
could
there
probably
yet.
get eggnog right now.
I'm sure
You can.
could.
I know I can
Yeah.
buy it in the store now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're all dancing on stream here. Yep. Forgot. Yes, ephemeral Lapin. That is Jimmy.
Yep, that's me. That's
So
me.
we're
I'm
all-
Mario.
You might not be able to see me, but I'm on screen.
Are you?
Yes. You see this?
Where?
You see the
Oh, I see him.
You see the scarecrow in the background?
Hold on.
You see the little pumpkin?
Oh my god. That's amazing. All right. Waffle, you're the camera. You gotta show people the dancing dude in the pumpkin. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know. Wait, maybe if I go like, hold on. I'm gonna stand on top of you for a second.
Okay.
Well, don't step on him.
Rainbow. Okay, the rainbow's too big.
I was gonna say I can't even see that. Yes, I can. It's giant.
And I put it way up there now.
Yeah, I get rid of all.
Dude, that's
my rainbows.
hilarious.
I'm still itty bitty. It's fine.
It's so
Please leave me
tiny.
like this. Don't change me. I'm fine. I'm fine being tiny.
Like
It's
Ant-Man.
okay. Yes.
Punch things in the heel.
Someone I know was also streaming Secret World not too long ago. They were just like, "I'll just jump in for the day," and I was like, "Oh, like the event had just started," so I was like, "Oh, I'll join you." So I jumped in with him, and he was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Yeah." So we're going around Kingsmith, like.
Awesome.
Jumped into the hourly Jack boss.
And you mean literally inside of him?
That's right.
You weirdo.
How do I explain that one to them? Basically the truth. I was like, listen, I was made this small. It's fine.
Listen.
People come all shapes and sizes.
When a man loves a Tinkerbell, this is what happens.
When in the secret world.
See, this is the reason why they never made any Tinkerbell movies after the Never Beast.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Be like, what? I'm a bee. Just actual bee-sized. It's fine.
Is it though? Is it fine?
Yeah, I can't imagine like in the opening cinematic having like Ocho the size that he is, like crawling in somebody's mouth.
Why are you thinking about Ocho being in people's mouths?
Well, he's a bee.
I mean, sure.
It could happen.
It could happen. So welcome to your Point Report. We're here.
The shenanigans going on here.
Our shenanigans are already starting. It's fine. We're here. We're starting. Not a whole bunch of news that I found, but obviously the biggest one, Sam Hain has started again. How do you pronounce it?
Mr. Sam Hain.
Sawin.
You know, like you tip your cowboy hat? That's what I do.
Mr. Sam Hain.
You just like, piss off a whole bunch of people when you do that. Which, okay, is the fun part of doing that.
Sawin. That's it's supposed to be the proper pronunciation. Started again. October 15th. Got snowballs around us. Talking about snowballs. Started the 15th. And as far as I know, login started also on the 15th. They started the event on the same day as the login. What?
What is that madness?
Craziness. Madness. Yes.
Well, they didn't start at the
Craziness.
exact same time, if that's helpful.
What's that?
So they didn't start at the exact same time, if that's helpful.
Oh, okay. All right.
There was like, I don't know, like an hour and a half-ish delay, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe more. I don't remember exactly. Bummer might remember.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah, the login
Okay.
reward started at 3. Oh, so much later. I thought they started at like 9.
The
or
event
something.
started at 9 a.m., but login started at 3 a.m. Okay. All right. But hey, same day. Same day.
Yeah, same day.
Same day.
That is what we call same day service.
Here on the Secret World, we appreciate same day service.
Really, any service of any kind.
Of any kind. We'd
I'll
like.
take whatever you got.
But of course, the spooky season has returned. The broadcast, Meowling, Cat God, hourly Jack bosses.
I mean, what you do every hour is up to you. You want to jack bosses, I'm not going to stop you.
Every hour.
You do you. I'm not here to kink shame anyone, to throw aspersions, come down and tell you how to do your job, jacking things every hour.
Varmer says, but you only get the pretty seasonal Samhain skin to your daily login window once the event is active, provided you have the daily login window patch, which I do. I do. It's a mod.
What does Waffle? Never mind. Waffle doesn't know what a daily login is.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Daily Logan? Isn't that a
Daily
X-Man?
Logan? No, it's just a different picture of a different Logan every day. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna Google famous Logans.
No, it's not even famous Logans. Logan Berskowitz from
Yes,
Michigan
right.
Falls.
Just random Logan
every day.
Logan Henderson, Phyllis Logan, Logan Lerman, Logan Miller. I don't even know who these Logans are.
Like I said, non-famous Logans.
Logan Mankins, F. Donald Logan.
Okay, chill
Logan
out.
Esquire.
We're gonna start swearing at people.
just name dropping everybody. Name dropping every Logan.
Yeah, but you said F that one. That's not nice.
Wait, did I? I did, yes.
I love that took you like.
It took me a couple seconds.
Well, the processing, yeah.
I was like, wait,
Buffer.
no, I just read it. His name is Francis Donald Logan. He just goes by F. Donald Logan.
Yeah,
Again,
F. Donald Logan.
F-bombs, man. Like, just
took a second or two.
That's hilarious.
F him. Be like, no, he created that name himself. He told everyone else.
He takes full responsibility for it.
That's right. If you start your name with your initial letter and it's the letter F, that's your own fault. So yeah, F. Donald Logan. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it just sounds like you're hitting on him. Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
We're trying to F Donald Logan. All right, tell me more about Donald Logan. Now I'm interested. He has a Wikipedia page.
Now that you want to F him?
That's right. Was it American? He died in 2022.
Wow. So necrophilia it is. All right.
Rip Donald Logan. Was a professor of history at Emmanuel College. Cool.
I thoroughly enjoy that we're just going down this trail for no fucking reason at all.
The son of Joseph, a milk deliverer. Sure. Anyway, all right. Enough about Donald Logan. So yeah, we're in the spooky season. We're standing here right outside the gate to where Jack spawns.
See, you guys thought 0 Point Report was like some kind of, nod to like the filth. It's just that we don't have a point.
Yeah.
Like at all.
It works both ways.
You see those rails? We do not go on them.
What rails?
We don't even start them.
You see rails?
Well, when new people come in, they see rails, but we're we're no near them.
What is this
But in
rail?
between this show and the last show, the envoys of Avalon came and went, and were disrupted by hurricanes and
Yeah,
sickness.
we were gonna have a show multiple times.
Yeah.
and then we didn't.
Due to
That's how that
hurricanes, due to sickness, back to school sickness.
Hurricane again.
Another hurricane. Yeah. So we finally have a Thursday where nothing is breaking apart. Hey, Scratch. I see Scratch is joining us. But yeah, the Envoys of Avalon came and went. Login started September 16th, with the Envoys making their appearance on the 18th. Taking a bit of time. Lasted 2 weeks until the 29th, which to me, the math didn't necessarily work there, but it does. I did my math wrong. I was like 2 weeks, 14 days from the 16th, so it should end the 30th. And so I tried logging in on the 30th to get my last day, and it was not there. I'd missed 1 day. That's fine.
It happens.
So it ended on the 29th, but that's okay. Because the 29th would be 2 weeks, if you count it out, including the 16th day.
Did that. I don't think I did very much during that, honestly. I don't remember why. It's a bit of a blur. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's a little bit of a blur.
I'll say, well, you've been leveling up Ephemeral Lapin, right?
Yeah. And I have done like OD on them. It's not like I haven't done OD. I just don't remember. Maybe I did. I feel like I did the mission at least once.
Okay.
On Ephemeral. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
I keep saying Lapin. Is it Lapin or is it like Lapin?
Lapin.
It is Lapin? Okay.
What am I saying? Ephemeral Lapin?
I think so.
Yeah, I say Lapin.
I say, but it's your character's name, so
Yeah.
It's however you pronounce it.
I mean, yes and no. I'm not a proponent of that jackass that was like, well, I say it this way. I'm like, I don't fucking care. What is it? Oh, GIF.
Yeah, GIF and GIF.
Yeah, I fucking hate because he wants it to be the other way, and I'm like, just because you don't know how to speak doesn't mean you get to decide how everyone else speaks. You jackass. But it's French, I believe.
I think so. It is. It is. I know it is French.
Look, I didn't come up with that. I like Tips just likes to call me Le Lapin. The rabbit.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird. But there was one time in college, I was part of the theater. I was part of like the student run theater troupe on campus because I just come out of high school, and I did theater in high school, and so I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing theater. So I joined a theater troupe in there, and one of the first shows we did was called Picasso at the Lapin Agile, which is actually a really good show, written by Steve Martin, I think.
Huh.
And it's
Okay.
basically like Pablo Picasso, Albert Einstein, and all these people just meeting in a bar, and it's a comedy, but it's like a philosophical comedy.
Okay.
But I believe it was written by Steve Martin. And okay, made by Steve Martin. Yeah, okay. So it's a comedy. It's good. It was funny, and so I believe it's Lapine. Because it was Picasso at the Lapin Agile, and so that's like the only other time I came across that word was
That could be probably
Lapine.
the correct way to say it, but I also like to say fajita.
So I was like, how do you pronounce it? Because I'm pretty sure it's Lapine.
And oh, what was the other one I like to butcher on purpose? You know, mojitos.
Mojitos, yeah. There's two that I like to do. One is instead of jalapeno, it's jalapenos.
Oh,
and
quesadillas.
Quesadillas? Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Dude, there's a guy in our cabal, Andres. He was from Mexico. And I used to just like butcher the words on purpose in Discord with him.
Of course.
Just to piss with him. Like, what the fuck? I did it once with Tome, like with French. I forget what I think it was. I think I said crapes or something. And I was doing crepes, but I butchered it hard, and he had no idea what the fuck I was saying.
You're like,
I refer to them as creeps.
Creepies.
Yeah, I think I said crapes or something, and he was like, "What are you saying?" And I was like, crapes,
crapes,
And then I like typed it, and he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And obviously, I know how to say crepes. I was just, I was intentionally seeing like how badly I could butcher the name.
One of our recent favorites is, my son reads a lot, and so he has, like they say, like, never don't necessarily make fun of people who pronounce things wrong, because you never know where they learned it from. And if they just learned it from like just reading a book, that's not a bad thing. They just sort of took their best guess and just went, "Hey, that's what I think it is."
Yeah.
And so but he's done that for a lot of words, and it is so hard for us to, because the right thing to do is to basically to correct it, be like, "Oh no, that's pronounced this way," So we learned.
But you want to keep hearing the funny version.
We want to keep hearing the wrong version so badly.
Yeah.
For a lot of words. And there's one where we're just like, no, we've just fully agreed. It is not. That's not the way it's pronounced. And that word is quiche. Because every time we go grocery shopping, there's like a quiche section. It's like, and like store made quiches. And so he saw that once, and he was like, because he was just reading the signs, and he's like, quiche. I'm like, yes.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Sorry. That will forever be quiche. Sorry.
Hourly boss.
Woo-hoo. I'm like, I don't make this up. We don't make up the rules. Yeah. It's now that forever.
Dude, I remember, like, I was a big reader, like, as a kid. Like, super young, super, like, fast. I read a ton. The problem with being really good at reading and not out loud, like, just reading to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you're really young, is like you said, like you don't have the context,
No.
so you're figuring it out. Like you just look at a word and you've learned like the basics, right? But especially when you're like, I was reading. I was like 8 or 9, and reading like Tale of Two Cities, like unabridged version, and like Jack
Okay.
London's White Fang and shit. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
the old English shit was nuts. Like there were 2 different like Charles Dickens ones I read, like the old English versions, which is like that shit is like deciphering another language altogether.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sort of
Um,
old English is like, it's rough.
but probably until I was like 12 or something, I think Island was Island for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I never fucking said it out loud. I always read it in books in my head, right? And so no one knew to correct me.
No,
It
I
was
was
just a
never
word
a
I
big
only ever seen in the book and like never heard anyone say.
right.
You know,
No, I was never a big
there's not many
historical
people talk about
literature.
Island.
I was
It's not
never a
normal
big
like daily
reader when I was
conversation.
young, but I did play a lot of like RPGs, and they have a bunch of words in them that when you talk about like different pieces of armor, which usually all comes from like French or
Yeah.
just different parts of like
I feel I had less problems with the other languages. It was actually English that was the bigger problem. I remember even reading like sci-fi that had its own language, like a sci-fi book that had like its
Mhm.
own language, and not like a Star Wars or something, or a Star Trek where like there actually is Klingon or something in Star Trek, for example.
Right.
But like just like a book that like they had whole sentences of like their own made up bullshit in there, but you can figure it out like contextually. I was good at that. I don't remember if I did Beowulf Bomber, if I read that when I was young or not. I
I
think
think
I
I
read
did.
Moby Dick, maybe around the time. Here's the thing: those books I was reading were like leather bound, like like the like Bibles have like that super thin paper with the small print and like the gold edging.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
you can like
talking
cut
about?
yourself. Good on them. Mm-hmm.
Like those were the copies of those books. They were like my dad's like really good versions of these like classic, you know, expensive editions. And I think I was like super sick, and so I don't know, for like a few weeks I was just like in my bed like reading these massive books.
How we doing on this Jack? Oh, we're doing good on this Jack. Jacking him down.
I used to like go to the library and like check out something like 30 books like every 2 weeks.
Okay, so you were a huge reader.
Yeah. Like I like ridiculous. I was basically going through it like a couple of books a day, easy. Sometimes like on the weekends I'd go through like 7 books in a day or something. Um
That's sort of the way that
I have
we think
I
my
have
son
read
reads
so much
now.
that I will never ever remember, partially because of brain injury and partially because it's just too much. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's just like literally it's just too much. I have I have read the entire sci-fi section of multiple libraries from different states, like because we moved around. Uh,
That is sort of the way that we assume my son works now. He did we did together in a way, but the 1,000 books before kindergarten challenge from our local library, and that sort of thing. And where he's currently in another one where they're like, let's see how many books you can read for October, and he's already on like 50 something but we're trying to get him to read out loud to us, so it's a little slower. Because otherwise, right, we give him a stack of books and and again, no one really taught him how to do it. He just sort of figured it out himself. So we don't know how he does it.
Yeah, well, and that's why it's good to have them read out loud as well, right? So you can tell if they've got something correct, or if they've misinterpreted something,
Right.
you can help. You can't help if they're reading silently.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So
Well,
we're trying to get him to read out
recognize
loud.
that is super annoying because I fucking hated that when I was younger. Having to read aloud because it's so much slower.
And that's what it is too.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Last year, his teacher was like, he doesn't really like to read out loud. He gets really frustrated at it.
Yeah,
And we're like, yeah, probably because it's so much slower.
Even in like I think even like 6th grade or something. So that's the thing, right? I think I read like the original like Jack London's White Fang when I was like 8 or 9, and then at some point in school, like 6th or 7th grade, they read White Fang in class. many years later, right? But I was like, all right, cool. I'll read this version because it's a little bit different. But they were reading out loud, and there's like kids in the class that like, it's like they would do that popcorn thing. I don't know if you heard of that, where like you alternate who's reading out loud.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done that.
Which is super frustrating when like you already are slowing yourself down to read out loud yourself. But when you have to wait for someone else to read out loud and they don't read as fast as you do, oh my god, it's like literal Chinese torture when the person is reading like one word every 30 seconds and you're like, for the love of God, kill me.
You're like, come on. Yeah. Like we think sort of, the way he reads is he doesn't actually read like word for word. So we're right, having to read each word. He was like, hold on, what? I have to do what now?
Well, so what I used to do was I would put my thumb on the page where the class was and I would read ahead. And then then when they would call on me, I'd have to go back to the page everyone else was still on. And like a couple weeks in, I was like entire chapters ahead while everyone else is still. And I like the part where I'm holding my finger, like, and the pages count just kept getting bigger and bigger. I just get bored.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate the Pizza Hut reader coupon thing so much.
I love those.
There's not one by us.
Oh yeah.
Well, back in the day, they were everywhere
in the
still.
Target, but they don't take the coupons.
Right. Yeah, because they're the ones in Target. They're not the special standing stores. And it's not like you could find a Pizza Hut where you could actually go and sit down and salad bar and whole thing anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, they're very rare.
Red plastic cups. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just throw them away and go to Target and buy him one. Like that's what I have to do. All that is making all those things are is making me spend money.
I mean, yes. Absolutely.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's not free for me. Like because there's not one around. So I'm like, why is the school giving me this?
It wasn't.
Why don't you give me something to it?
The secret
somewhere
is
else that's closer.
The secret is it wasn't free for our parents either.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, this would be free. It is free if you take the coupon there.
Oh, but since they don't accept the coupon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there used to be a Pizza Hut in the area, and then like I think like closed down or something, but they still give the kids the goddamn coupons.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of horseshit.
So we have a couple in our area as far as Pizza Huts, but none of the ones that are the freestanding, actual restaurant ones anymore. Which is
we're lucky to have one near us.
We had one.
If it's not a restaurant, they would take them. It just like if it's a franchise, I think they have to take them. But like if the Target doesn't, not
doesn't
a
count.
normal
No.
Pizza Hut. So
that's true.
Well, I asked. I did ask.
Some guy's just standing there. I just gave him our T-shirt.
What now?
Some guy's just standing there. Enochian.
That name sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. So I was like, I'm gonna give them one of our T-shirts.
Just throwing out shit.
They're not even gonna. No, they're just gonna look at it.
They're not even gonna look at their dressing room.
When did I get this? You don't even know, and that's okay.
Yeah, they're gonna look months from now and be like, "When did I get this?"
As they say, what do we have these items if not to use them?
Clearly to hoard and take to our graves. Like the ancient Egyptians.
to take it with us. We're gonna take it with us when we go.
Yeah.
So Waffle, check this out. I'm gonna do the Mirage, the rainbow, the Mirage rainbow. Check out how tiny it is.
It's so tiny. I gotta zoom in.
You know what you should do though? You should scare people by like putting on gravity skates and like just like pop up to full size and take them off.
I should. Yes, let's do that. It is a Halloween spirit after all. Where are my gravity skates? There they are. Boop. Whoa!
Oh my, how big you've gotten.
Hey Tatterhood. How you doing?
Pew pew.
I'll stand in front of the guy I just get a T-shirt too.
In biggin.
Oh, wrong sprint. There we go.
What they say?
Bzz.
I saw a bubble.
I'm a bee. That's what this is. There we go. back to dancing. So even though it's been a while since our last show, the only other news that really we had besides of course the events that have been going on, we saw that Metal Hellsinger VR released September 26th on Meta and October 3rd for PSVR 2 and Steam. So Metal Hellsinger in VR. Cool for those who have it. I've only tried VR a couple of times, and the couple of times I tried it has been pretty cool. I won't lie, but I don't know. I don't have that on my current system.
I got my kids like the Meta Quest things, like for Christmas last year, and they don't use them, like hardly ever.
No,
like,
yeah,
really,
that's part of the problem, I think too. Yeah,
got you the virtual world, and it's just sitting on a box. God damn it! So I need to like just steal one and mess with it.
Yeah. See if you can.
Although it is a little rough. Like it's hard to use with glasses. I probably need to get new contacts. I have contacts, but I probably need to get new ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my glasses are reaching the end of their life, and it's starting to suck.
I probably need to get new glasses. I don't remember last time I got my actual prescription for my glasses updated. But I will say that, like, unless there's a setting I'm missing, I don't think you can just adjust your VR for your prescription. But you should be able to.
I feel like you should. Like if you look into a microscope, you don't necessarily need glasses to look into a microscope, sort of thing.
I mean, I understand that it could be like a little more complicated than that, but also like it's a piece of tech. Like, unless you have like crazy you know, other than crazy weird, like if it's just like, you know what I mean? As far as like the corrective part of it, like
Mhm.
you feel like you probably would be able to just code that theoretically,
Yeah,
like code a prescription filter or
just to
something.
sort of make it a little. I don't even know how you would do that.
So that you
Just sort
didn't
of.
have to like wear other shit. Like just have the thing itself do it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be like some kind of market for that because like while lots of people maybe there's a lot of people that don't need glasses. One, I feel like that's going up. Everyone stares at shit.
We
At these
stare at
screens,
screens
yeah.
that push blue light into our eyes all day. Yeah, yeah.
But also just as you get older, right? You inevitably your eyes start to go. That's just part of
Mhm.
getting older. And there's more older people using tech,
Yes,
right? So
absolutely.
eventually the market should be there for everybody. You
Or
know
you
what I'm
think it would
saying?
have maybe like if you create like because you go to like Walmart or something like that, and they just have like that display of just here are reading glasses essentially.
Yeah, like a generic correction.
Right, like generic corrections, and so you don't need a prescription, but you just get the one that's sort of closest to whatever works for you, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like I feel like they could probably do that.
I think so. I wonder if anyone's actually truly bothered to look into it.
And right, because it would just be like a filter or something. I don't know. We're
I mean,
armchair
I don't know
developing over
enough
here. We don't know how
how
easy
it
it is. It
works,
could be
but
the
I
hardest thing in the
figure
world.
it's a visual thing that you're staring at. You'd think like the stuff they do is like they're warping
Yeah, so
things
Varmer, we're
onto
not.
like
Yeah, not
a
necessarily,
visual
not necessarily
plane and
you. You
shit.
would need
Like,
something specific. Yeah.
I mean, look, there's specific cases, um, like Vollmers, right, which are more difficult. But I'm saying like the generic, like
Right.
you're just nearsighted. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like should I would think be resolvable, but
Yeah. Who knows? It's a good thought though.
I need to poke Mr. John Carmack about it. I'm pretty sure he wears glasses and he's fucking like the VR guy.
Be like, hey,
I'm surprised he hasn't done anything.
can it work? Can you do it?
Yeah.
Besides, besides that,
I watched him like talk about VR for like I don't know, like 3 hours once. I had no idea half what he was saying, but it was super interesting.
I mean, it is super cool tech because right when you're working with that close, it becomes more of like not even like what to show on the screen. It's more like how to trick your brain into processing it. You know.
Yeah.
It's the thing. You like like how to trick your brain into processing it, and how our brains process visual stimuli, and et cetera, et cetera. Like it goes much deeper than just you know just combining the two items on the screen to look 3D. It's a lot more than just that. I shouldn't have fed the candy you got from Jack. Poor boy. Poor puppy. So other than that, two other things. Star Anvil Studios. I recently talked with Brandon. Because this is fun. One of the other, my son started in a new school. One of the other, I've been waiting for him to get out of school. And, they're like, oh, they release it like a particular door. And they're like, just wait by the door. And there's a whole line of cars and, pick up your kid from school. And one of the other guys there was wearing like a tabletop like shirt. And I was like, he's a nerd. I'm going to have to see how nerdy he is.
Did he pass the
And
test?
how nerdy Yeah, test the nerdiness factor. Be like, how nerdy are you? Apparently, he's so nerdy that he's got like a 30,000 sub YouTube channel all about tabletop role playing games.
Nice.
And it's like, okay, all right.
Only
So I told
30.
only 30.
Get those numbers up, buddy.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, 30,000. Yeah, 30,000 subs, YouTube. I was like, and he was talking about it. He was like, yeah, it's not too bad. I was like, not too bad. Boy, I consider that downright respectable.
Downright respectable.
That's right. Wait, was it 30? I might be aggrandizing it. It might just be 3,000. Either way. Now I need to double check.
So if it's in,
now you have to make it
thousands,
30.
that's good.
Okay, it's like 3,500. Okay, so it's not 30,000. It's 3,500.
That's still pretty good.
Still pretty good. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's still pretty good. Still, I was like, no, that's respectable. It's called DM Tales on YouTube, and so he does like tabletop role playing sessions in our area and whatnot. And he said on the 22nd he's gonna have like a live stream of something. And I was like, have you ever heard of Secret World? And he's like, no, because why would he? I don't know.
And then you smacked him in the face.
And I was like, well, I was like, so have you heard of Star Anvil Studios? And he's like, no. So I was like, let me introduce you to Brandon. So because Brandon's currently doing a Kickstarter for Savage World things. He's getting like Saints and Sinners and Starbreaker, I think is a current one that he's doing. And so I introduced Brandon to him so that he could do like an interview spreading the word of Secret World wherever I go. I don't know if he was really the type for checking out the MMO, like if it was for checking out like the video game, but didn't seem like a big video gamer.
Yeah, see, I do my part by keeping it a secret, like Fight Club says to.
That's the first rule of Secret World.
The first rule of Secret World.
Goddamn Secret World.
It's a secret. Don't tell anyone. That's why. That's why the original Secret World.
We'll have a silent monk come visit you.
Too many people being like, "Hey."
Yeah, and when the silent monk comes to visit you, do you know what he says? Fucking nothing, because he's a silent monk.
Just looks at you disappointingly,
which is fairly terrifying.
Yeah. But I went to like a role-playing session that he had, and I was, because I wanted to vet him out first, make sure it was okay. And he's cool. He seems all right. He seemed cool to me. And while I was there, I won tickets. I also won tickets to like one of the like Philadelphia Greater Expo tabletop role playing expo.
That's cool.
I was like, okay, all right, fine. I might go to a convention. Jesus, it's the world telling me to go to a convention. Am I gonna go? I mean, probably. I gotta figure out what it is. I think it's in January. Right, and while there, I'll be like, have you heard of Secret World?
Have you heard the good word of...
Because I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Right. It sharpens the dream.
That's what would make them want to come check it out, is you say I'm not allowed to talk about it. And
right.
They go,
it's like, have you heard of Secret World? No?
Thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry I mentioned it.
and see, it's reverse psychology.
Right. Wait, what's it called? I can't tell you now. Sorry.
I'm not allowed to tell you about it.
First rule. That's why they had so much
Oh my
trouble
God.
advertising.
So there was I don't remember this person's name, which is probably for the best. But like there was a person that was in, I think it was today, that was in like looking for group or something. Like in looking for group in the game, asked if they should play this game, and I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I think the same thing. Hey guys, should I play this? Be like, you downloaded
You're
it,
in the
you
game
created
already,
a
dipshit.
character,
Like
you're here,
I'm not.
you went through the intro.
You downloaded it. Like at a certain point, like I've come to the opinion at a certain point, like I actually don't want you here.
Right.
Like
If
there's
you're
certain people
questioning
where I'm just
now,
like you can just go. Now usually it's the people who are just straight up assholes, right? Like
mhm,
some troll piece of shit, and I'm just like, okay, the game would be better off without you in here bothering people.
yeah,
Well, I'm more and more like the people that they're like the kind of people that join the game and are like trying to like, oh, I want to skip past this to get to the content, and I'm like, okay, get out.
yeah. It's the grand secret. It's all content.
Yeah, they
All
like they
of
want
it.
to get to like the dungeons of the raid or something. I'm just like, get out, go, get out.
Yeah,
It's fine if you like that content, but if you're trying to skip the entire story of the game so that you can do a dungeon like at a high level or something, like it's
mhm,
not the game for you, man. It's not. It's save me some time, save you some time, because you're gonna fucking hate it
right. Go
and you're gonna
play.
leave.
I don't even know. Go play ESO. Go play WoW. Go play one of those. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like it's the story is the game. If you don't like the story, if your number one thing is skip, and then look, I skip shit fairly often now, but I've seen it like 100 times, and even now, I'll sometimes still like let something play. I want to see it again. But like,
Hmm.
if you've never seen it and you're just like skip, like get out, go play something else. You know what I
I
mean?
always think would these people be okay if their games were just like flat lands and just like rectangular boxes, just like hitting each other, like
Yeah, it's called Minecraft. It's fairly popular.
right? Yeah, it is
Yeah.
fairly popular. Yeah,
There's a whole community about it too.
yeah, like if you really don't care what your game looks like, then what if you don't care about the story behind your game, then what do you care? What do you care about the world that it's building for you, about the world that's built around it? You're like, oh no, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It irritates the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm getting crankier in my old age.
But I see that on well, of course another game I play is like Lord of the Rings Online, and I see people asking on the Reddit thread on Reddit about that all the time, like, hey, should I start playing this game? Should I should I do this? And it's like
Fuck
at a
off.
certain point
The
it's
answer to
like,
that. Like, go away.
yeah, like why are you asking, man? Why don't you just, I don't know, play it for like a little bit and then figure out if you
That's
like
what
it?
okay, and that's what I figured out actually really bothers me. It's not someone legitimately could have a question like, "Hey, I want to do group content. Are there groups to do content with? Right? Should I invest my time?" I would always
Right.
say, play it anyways, just for the story. If all you did was play the story, you get like 150 hours out of it, and it's cool, and you go do something else. But it's an amazing story. It's worth it. If you don't
Right.
like story, you're playing the wrong thing anyways.
Yeah.
Right? If you like story and you like group content, then there's avenues for that. Right? Like
Mhm.
I can honestly say there are groups that still do shit like all the time, like regularly.
Mhm.
So like that's there, but that's not like it's a function in the game, but you have to like the game to do that stuff.
Right. If you
You know what
like
I
the
mean?
game and you want to take it further, you can do that.
Yeah. And if that's the question, which I've seen that posed legitimately, but what I see more and more is like basically it's almost like play the game for me.
Yes.
Like, what should I do? Oh, wait, how do I do that? Like, go do it, dude. Like,
which also
and then
many
just
people
like,
have as far as like, hey, the first thing they do is just look up a build guides or something, and they're just like, hey, I just want to, just give me a build and I'll play it and whatever. And like all they want to play is like, well, what is the best build to have, or what is the best class to play? You see that like so many times. Before even people play a new game, before like a brand new game comes out, they're like, what's the best class?
It's like I understand that a little bit more, I guess, because but again, that could be that could be answered by just looking shit up. Like people take no initiative to look anything up, which is super annoying, right? To me,
which that's what it is. Yeah, it's like if you're actually got that question, look it up.
But
Google it.
If you're gonna ask, like that's like I'm okay because you don't know. Like one of the things I'll tell people is like, yeah, you can make things easier for yourself if you do like all the right shit in the beginning, but you really can't make too many mistakes because you're supposed to unlock everything anyways, right? Like you're gonna get everything.
Hey Zen,
you don't want to waste time. It's why YouTube. No, people. Okay, I play all kinds of videos at 2x speed, but that is because people talk too goddamn slow.
Correct. Yeah, people just want to get
and
the information.
I can process the information faster. Like my wife cannot watch the same shit as me because it'll hurt her head and she'll walk away. She's like, I can't handle that they're talking that fast. But for me, I can process it, so I can view more content. I can listen to more things. I can be more informed in less time. That's just efficiency. The 2x speed is just efficiency.
But it's true. It's why TikTok has taken off more than when people go to search something of how to do something, they go to TikTok now as far as like, how do I do this? Because the videos are much shorter. They're made to be shorter. Whereas instead it's like, how do I do this? And it's like a 10-minute video. And you're like, I don't got 10 minutes.
I think it depends on the game. I think also maybe depends on it depends on the genre of game. And also somewhat depends on the personality type, right? And maybe even your like if you only have like 3 hours a week to play a game, I can see you wanting to make sure that you don't waste that time, right? It's more precious. You're like,
yes, your time is more valuable.
I remember I had way more time than that, and I still would like. I remember I would like be playing like Fallout 1 back in the day, and like I'd be at work at lunch, like looking up shit online, like for when I got home to play it. And I would that was like before I was married, before I had kids. I was playing the game as soon as I got home for probably like on a weekday, like 6 hours. And I still was trying to optimize like during the day, like on my breaks and at lunch, like looking shit up, like, okay, when I get home, I'm gonna do this.
It's the equivalent to remember when you got like a game as a kid and you're like in the back seat on like the drive home from the mall and you had like the box and you open up the box and it had the manual and you're trying to like read the manual in the back seat as like the traffic
lights pass by.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, as like the street lights and you're catching like words in between the
under this light. Okay, good. The next sentence this light. Yep.
That.
Yeah, you never have turn on the light in the back because obviously you'll get into a crash and die.
Right. That's right, yeah.
I mean, it is not a good idea. It totally jacks with the driver's night vision.
Well, I mean, nowadays with all these LED lights, I mean, your night vision is screwed no matter what.
It's still not good to have it like in your space. It's still better to be out in the dark than like you're your own roving bubble of light. Like it's more problematic.
Yes,
as someone that's
you shouldn't drive in a lit room. Yeah.
Yeah. As someone that's done a road trip and had the light on for a reason for an extended amount of time, it was like, oh, actually, I can't see shit. Like I need to turn this back off. I'm just saying that is like pretty legitimate.
Waymo.
Now, at the same time, at the same time, when the light was off, was there a PSP playing Frisky Dingo cartoons nonstop the whole drive? Yes. but it doesn't blare light into my eyes.
Right, yeah.
Ruin my night vision.
So my first Zen says my first spec in Secret World Legends was Elemental because Mage Doe. But then I ended absolutely hating thermal overload mechanic. I mean, yeah. So you try something new and then you
I think I don't know. Like thermal overload, I feel like isn't a huge like yes, okay, the first time you run into it, it's annoying because you're like, oh shit, that sucks. You just feel bad. And then you put a cold ability on your bar and it's not a problem anymore. Right? Because the bad part is you can't cast anything. Like you have to stand there like an idiot. That feels awful.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a cold ability, you can always cast that, and it brings your heat down, so you can then immediately cast a fire one, right? So like, and I don't know about before the rebalance, but since the rebalance especially, right? Like I think certain abilities reset when you overload. Meaning like even if you just used it, it will reset. So you can use it again. I think Bomber, plays Elemental. I think Flicker resets. I think you can overheat yourself, overheat yourself, and immediately flicker again. Like its cooldown gets insta reset.
Then it's overheat as strategy.
Yeah,
potentially.
You could just sort of like fuck around with it. I forget. I was gonna say like what other one that's like. There's another weapon that works. Oh, I was thinking like you could almost compare it to blood. In the sense that like if you don't know how to play elemental and you first play it, you like overheat yourself and it feels bad because you're standing there and you can't do anything. And with blood, you kill yourself.
Right, you just die.
But is that still you standing there doing nothing, essentially, right? Like it's a similar like feeling. You're like, oh, I'm attacking, and then not.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Which doesn't feel good. Blood doesn't make you kill yourself in dungeon. You make you kill yourself in dungeon. Like,
because it only comes into play in long fights and dungeons. Yeah, I can see that.
No, that's not like you always should have reap. It's part of your rotation. Like, look, people just don't know how to play blood.
I mean, but he's saying new problem. Players. So yeah, so they don't know how to play it.
Yeah, but if you're in a dungeon, past story mode in a dungeon, like and I see people like E17 killing themselves. There's no rotation in open world. Well, yes, there is. You're just doing it wrong. There always is rotation. Rotation is whatever you're using. You can have a bad rotation in the open world, but you should have a rotation.
That's why periodically they throw bigger bosses at you in the overland. In the overworld.
You should have a rotation. You should have single target and AoE. You should have a stun for open world. Like open world is basically scenario build, more or less. Open world and scenario are basically the same thing. If the room did not sharpen you for Tokyo, if that didn't get the point across, scenarios were to train you for the mobs in Tokyo. That was the whole purpose of the scenarios, was to train you to deal with the roving filth packs in Tokyo. Because
AoE especially.
Tokyo was one giant goddamn scenario. Essentially.
Yeah. Which now they just have, they have to do it like once and then you're good.
You don't need
we had to do it for months. Months on end.
I mean, no, I've seen people kill themselves with blood in open world. You can do it. It's not even like the heal. You need to reset the corruption. You need some way to reset the corruption. Which is what that's what Reap does. Reap reduces your corruption level. I think you can use something else. Maybe, I don't remember. Runic Hex. Runic Hex reduces your corruption.
It reminds me, I was recently reading.
Rupture. Rupture reduces your corruption.
I was recently reading Bloodwind Mallory's books. I reread the first one. What's it called?
You reset it by being out of combat for a bit. Yeah, but the number of people that play Blood and just backpedal into more and more ads that eventually kill themselves is way higher than you think it is. If you're smart and you fight packs and then eliminate the pack and then wait for your health to go back up and then attack the next pack, right? And you have a rotation and you have like I hit this when I engage and then I do this when I disengage. That's called a rotation. Like if you do that, then you don't need it as much. Although I would argue that you probably they do die to corruption though, because you can tell what kills someone. They legit do die to the corruption. They die because they stay in combat too long. But for example, like you probably should have rupture. Like you should have an impair. Well, if not rupture, you should have the Shojin, I guess. Like you should have something.
Yes, yeah. I was reading, what is it? To Sir with Love. An unofficial
Dude,
legend
I was
of the
gonna
secret
say
world.
that, and I was like, nah, that's a Bond movie, right?
It does sound like a Bond movie.
I literally was gonna say that. I was gonna say that name, and I was like, that's not right.
That's the first one, and her character, she's basically making it off of her own character herself, but her character in the book is blood elemental.
Yeah, so they have both the things that like they could overheat themselves and then die
and kill themselves. Yeah. But part of it was she was using blood, and that if she used too much blood, she got a little too close. But she actually explained it really. She actually does a really good job of in the unofficial legend books to sort of make the abilities seem more not natural. You know what I mean? Like to sort of like explain the abilities. Oh no, it was blood, not elemental. I think her friend was elemental. She was blood chaos. That's what it was. She was blood chaos. And like she was explaining like how chaos was more like seeing like the threads of fate and picking like, you know, finding the one path through to the like, you know, she was sort of like explaining it in a way that made sense. It's a good way to say it. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Unofficial Legend of the Secret World. The books are still out there. You should go check them out. Bloodwind Mallory. They're on Amazon. And you should just go check them out anyway because they're cool. And they're quick reads too. That's the thing too. Like you can finish like To Sir with Love in like a couple days. If you read at my speed, which is pretty dang slow.
It depends on how much time in the day I have. Like I said, I read ridiculously quick.
So I read very slow, but I only read it like right before I go to bed, like maybe like 10, 15 minutes before I go to bed. So I'll take a book and it's just like I'll be reading this for like 4 months. It's okay.
You know that thing though, like if you're reading before bed, like you know you're ready to go to sleep when you've read one sentence like 4 times.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I should go to bed now.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to like say like finish a chapter or something, and you're like, you read the sentence and your brain goes, right?
Yeah, it's like, wait, what was that? No, I'm done. Or you're looking at the book and you're like, wait, how long have my eyes been closed for? They've been closed a
Yeah,
little
like
too long.
the other ones that you can kill yourself with, assault rifle. You like the number of times I've seen like new players streaming that again backpedal. I don't know why people do this. You're in Kingsmith. You're in a zombie infested area, and they just constantly walk backwards and just keep backing into more 4-packs of zombies. Like they basically kill a pack and they're backing up the whole time, like shooting at it, and just walk into the next pack. And I've seen multiple different streamers do this. They just like back up across like half a Kingsmith, this trail of zombies, and inevitably they kill themselves with their own grenades. It's not even the zombies; it's their
the
fucking
grenades
grenades are going
yeah.
off, and they don't have the passive yet that makes that not kill you. That's the other thing is like, and I guess this is because if you don't know how the game works, right? Like, there is no benefit in backpedaling from an enemy in Secret World. All of them have those like insta range attacks. You know what I'm talking about? Like you just see like a little laser go from them to you.
Yeah, it's sort of like if you're out of range or
If you're out of range, it does like an auto range attack no matter what. So A, there's that. B, the real way to avoid damage is to go behind them because the only thing that makes them stop hitting you is line of sight.
Yes.
So if you're behind them, they have to turn around to attack you. So like, if anything, you want to run super tight circles around them, so they have to keep turning. Right?
Who was it that didn't know that it's like you went through the boss and they were like, hold on, what did you just do?
Oh, Leogrim.
That's who it was. It was
like, dude, so many hours. I was like watching him on Discord. Like I think he was streaming his scenario on Discord. And like I think it was Castle. And like it was just the way he was handling something with like the werewolves coming through the doorways, and I was like, you can just dodge through them to get like so that you can get. You don't have to like kill them. You just
go through them.
Yeah, you don't have to kill them to be able to walk through the door. You could just dodge roll through, and then pull it to the rest of them. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Are you serious?"
You're like you just go through them.
Yeah.
What is it like? It's like what's that group? Viva La Dirt League. They do those.
Yes.
Like video game style, right? And one of my favorites is the one where he's like, "Oh, how are we gonna get over this? How are we gonna get over this chasm?" And he's like, "Well, we could double jump." And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
I saw that one. That was great.
He's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, you double jump. And he's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "You jump and then you jump again." And he's like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about."
Tight jack away from the tree and annoy the melee DPS so they don't backpedal. Dude, I hate that shit so goddamn much. With a fiery passion. It burns in my soul. This fucking jackasses that just run away. Stand there and die like a man, you fucking idiot. Like, first of all, running away doesn't stop you from taking damage. It's not how the game works. Number one. And number two, like you're making it so no one else can damage the boss. Like, you're not gonna live.
Yes, and that's the joke. Yeah, the physics of it are impossible, but in games you can do that. Yes. So like, oh, you're just gonna double jump. You're just gonna double jump, right? You're just gonna double jump. Okay.
I love that he does it. He's like,
fine, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, and then he just does it. And he's like,
why is your profile picture a harpy from WoW?
What? Who?
I don't know.
Who is your in this instance?
I think Zen. Why not?
I mean,
why ask why?
You know the reference. It's fine. But yeah, it's also but they've had similar ones of like, oh no, like we've reached like this log. Be like, ah, dang, we can't go this way. If we have to go like miles around that way, and he's like, why not? I can just step over the log. He's like, oh really? Like it's that easy? You can just step over the log? Like, go ahead.
They did a whole Dark Souls series. It was super awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they do a lot of good stuff.
I like when they were like, they had the guy who just like did nothing but do rolls, like Dark Souls rolls, and he's just like rolling and rolling, rolling and rolling, and rolling and rolling and rolling. They have all the good game ones, and then they have the ones where they're like the store.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Best Buy or something.
Yeah, Tech Town.
I don't think it's like a GameStop. It seems more like a actual, like they sell computers and stuff.
Yeah, like a Micro Center or something.
Yeah. Those ones are pretty good too. But yeah.
No, they're good. They're good. Love their stuff. Yeah, but that that one just made me think of that. Be like, what do you mean I could just roll behind him? What do you mean I could just roll through him? Like, what are you talking about?
Dude, the thing that blows my mind.
Be like, yes, you could just roll through him. Be like, what do you mean I could just roll through him?
The thing that like people that have been playing since TSW, that like before me, that I knew, that didn't know that you could, while you had the vendor open, double click a bag to open it. That one shattered all kinds of people's minds. Because normally you right click a bag to open it, right? Like you have like a weapon bag or talisman bag or whatever. You right click and it opens. But you can't right click to open a bag when the vendor is open, because right click is sell an item.
It's selling it, yeah.
Yeah. But you can double left click the bag and it opens.
And it opens anyway, yeah.
The number of people that didn't know that was astonishing to me. And I mean, like, legit.
I feel like every game has something like that, though, where you'll be playing it for years, and all of a sudden you're like, "Wait, I could do what?"
Yeah. I
love those little discoveries.
I can't tell you. I was playing Once Human for months before I knew there was a dump like items into a storage box key.
Oh no! Okay.
For months, and like 2 closed betas. I think it had been there the whole time, and even like a month or 2 into like release.
Yes, that's how I dealt with the
like manually over.
Yeah, like that's how I dealt with the when you go up to the box, the first thing you do is dump like items, and for something that's like already in there.
Yeah, nope. And the thing is, like,
that was like the easiest way to do it.
It says it on the screen, like at the bottom. Yeah. I just never looked down there. Like, for all I bitch about people not reading the screen, like, to be fair, I never complained about it.
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
Like, I never complained about it. It didn't bother me. I like stacking my stuff. Like, it was a non-issue.
It was just you didn't necessarily have to. You just could have gone up to it. And the thing is that one's weird too, because you have to click it not only once, but you have to click it like multiple times.
It's weird. Sometimes it's one time, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah, like if it comes across a thing in your inventory that it can't throw in there, it'll just stop, and so you have to click it again. And so I found whenever I did, I came up to one and I hit it like 5 or 6 times, and then it would finally get everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember I think I was watching someone else's stream or something, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I was like, how long has that been there?
I think I encountered that recently in Guild Wars 2. I was playing Guild Wars 2, and you get all kinds of, like, when you finish an achievement or you finish something, you get like a little bouncy chest in like the right-hand corner. It's like right above something. But you get like a little bouncy chest there. And you click on it, and then it opens up the chest, and then it shows you the contents of it, and you hit OK, and then it goes into your inventory. And it took me the longest time to realize you could just right click on that and it just automatically goes in there. So you have like if you have like 20 of those bouncy chests, you don't have to like click on each one, okay, each one, okay, each one, okay. You could just right click like a madman through them and it just automatically deposits them all into your inventory. And I was like, why didn't I know this? Gosh darn it. Which is like by accident I right clicked on one time and I was like, what? Are you telling me I could have been doing that thing this entire time? But yeah, every game has that. I just find it funny, right? that was one of those ones like oh, you could just jump through them. Yeah, running away is not necessarily helpful. You just go right between their legs. You just go right through them. It's like, what do you mean just go right through them?
I also like did a lot more stuff with that after playing Souls games.
Mm-hmm.
Which I should have played way sooner. Like, I don't know, I never got into them, and then like once I did, I was like, holy shit, this is like Austin Powers, like that's my bag, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is my jam.
I still have to, but I think I will get around to them eventually. I still have to, but and I think I would actually probably really enjoy them too.
Until I beat it, like I genuinely enjoy that.
That is you, yes.
It scratches that itch like crazy good.
Yeah,
and it's satisfying. It doesn't feel. Well, sometimes it feels shitty, but like most of the time, it feels fairly fair. Like you're like, no, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like the game cheating me or something, right? Like it feels like when you get it, you're like, fuck yes, I did it.
It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle to solve. Yeah. And it's sort of like, okay, no, I just need to figure out the puzzle. I just need to figure out, where, like, depending upon how he comes down.
Iframes. And that whole iframe concept of like when you're rolling, you're invincible for like a couple, like so many frames. And I think just that different way of thinking about things, like I started applying to Secret World just because I was playing Souls games so much. Like now I roll through shit. Like I always used to roll through enemies if I needed to, like to get to the other side. The chicken crossing the road, I'd be like, oh, I need to get there. I'm just gonna roll through them so they're not blocking me, right? Like I would do that. But like now I'm doing it like to like cancel casts and shit. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Like
or sometimes it's a strategy of like, if the boss is doing something that if you just get behind them, it like line of sights them and they cancel what they're doing, and
Well, for example, if you're soloing Slaughterhouse Story Mode, the end guy will ice block you. But you can dodge roll through him at a certain part of the cast bar, and then you're just not in front of him when the cast goes off, so you don't get ice blocked. You know what I mean? Like, and then like Onk a couple of spots, but mostly Onk 5 with the Orochi on the bridge. They do this cast. Technically, the other Orochi do it as well. Any of the tall Orochi with the squiggly heads and the rifles, they do a cast called Close Down, which like snares you in place. But if you dodge roll through them at about like 80% of that cast, then like they won't turn around in time for it to land on you. Like they'll just miss essentially. Like you're just not in front of them when the cast goes off, so it has no target.
Yeah.
So like, I roll Close Down like all the time now. Like there's so many, and then what's interesting to me personally that makes it like an extra little puzzle game is like all the cast bars have different timings. So it's not like you can just be like, oh, I see a cast roll. If you roll too soon, they have time to turn around.
Yeah, and cast it again.
And cast it. Whereas
let's
go.
So
like I'm like building this like repository in my brain of like when to roll like what things.
But yeah, but that's part of the puzzle. Like, that's part of it is if you see these games as basically puzzles, like combat is a puzzle.
It is. Combat is a puzzle.
It is a puzzle.
100%.
Like that. Yeah, that's not even a. Yeah, I'm not just joking. It is. It basically. It's timing. It's what ability to use. It's when to use it. It's
That's why I really
if they're
like
doing
when
this ability, you
Agartha,
use this one to counter it. It's this. It's like it's all a puzzle. How you build your character, that's a puzzle.
when Dark Agartha doesn't feel shitty, when it has a lot going on, but it doesn't feel, because there's some casts that are like it's like, okay, that's ass,
Mm-hmm.
that's shit. But when it's really good, like I literally I will laugh out loud, like when there's like 3 different things going on, and like my favorite is Focus Fire. Like there'll be like Memory of Flames, which is all the little flame dudes like floating randomly around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like I don't know, what would be another thing that could happen there? Like Forked Pitch, right? Which is the flame on the ground in the shape of like the pitchfork. And then on top of that, the Hell guys can cast the little turrets.
Yeah.
And then they'll do a cast called Focus Fire, where all the turrets, instead of randomly firing, all go at once to like a center spot on you. So like when all of that happens, and I'm like dodging like through and around everything like perfectly, and it's just this massive like bizarre shit all at the same time, like that's fun to me.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah.
But the thing is, right? It's all a puzzle, and that's why I think those the Souls games, they're basically all puzzles. They're all puzzles, and and right when you're like, they're hard puzzles, but they're fair puzzles,
Yeah,
and
when you really get to know them, you figure out that like actually, like with a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. Like you can make a lot of that stuff like way easier if you just actually like do some minor like research. Do your homework,
Mm-hmm.
Do your homework, and you're like, oh, actually, instead of like fighting this guy for hours, I can go over here and pick up these things and do this and come back, and 10 seconds later he's dead. Like there's this like idea like people have, like, and it's somewhat fair that like Souls games are like incredibly difficult, but they can at the same time be like just stupidly brokenly easy if you know enough. And that's the thing, right? Like if instead of just like throwing your corpse at the guy for like 6 hours and eventually getting it, which you can also do, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can also go the other way and just like spend that time instead researching
or just exploring, just being like, you know what, this guy's not doing it. Hey, let me go over here. Well,
I mean, the number of people that don't like realize that things have like resistances to certain things or are weak to certain things. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's a lot easier when you're dealing the type of damage it's actually weak to. And some of them are kind of obvious, right? Like there's a crystalline guy. Oh, probably slash damage is not going to work great. Probably the hammer is going to work better on a crystal guy. It's going to shatter him.
Right.
Right. Some of it is like intuitive. You can just look at a monster and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Other ones are a little more difficult.
I feel like that was more common in like old school games, to be honest.
Where you could like look at and kind of know.
They'd be like, this guy is fire. Maybe I shouldn't use flame spells.
Maybe I need water or ice, right? Because you want to counter it. Yeah. Well, also
whereas I think a lot of games now are like, oh, like this is fire, and then you just use fire on them, and it's and it's effective.
Like, wait a minute.
Okay, that shouldn't work, but it does.
There's well, I mean, that can work, I guess, if you're going with like you're overheating them or something, potentially. Potentially.
It's the idea of thinking, well, it's not actually fire, it's magic. Like if you go that route, it's like, okay, it's just a manifestation of magic, and it's the magic that's damaging, not necessarily the elements, composing it, blah 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 blah.
Well, they also have, like, the Souls games also have shit like, oh, you're gonna use lightning damage, but if the enemy's standing in water, they take extra damage. Things like that.
Which again, I feel is more like an old school concept.
Right? It's like an old. It is. It really is. It's more like a.
Almost
about.
Not Pokemon, but Pokemon was sort of like that. Like, oh, this is an ice type. Well, you use fire attacks against an ice type. Like it's.
Yeah.
That sort of rock paper scissors mechanic.
Monster Hunter, probably.
The whole thing about Monster Hunter. I mean, probably. Yeah.
Monster Hunter. Even though, like, Rama swears up and down I play Monster Hunter, I'm like, no, dude, you play Monster Hunter. I've never played Monster Hunter. You're just drunk. Like, that wasn't me. That was you. I have never played that game.
Let's see what I got. Ouija boards.
I got myself a cauldron.
Not Ouija. Ouija.
Hey, look, you can come stand in the cauldron.
I can.
Well, you can drown in this cauldron.
You can jump out of it periodically.
Oh man, where was Ephemeral at when we had our last show?
I don't know. Was that during the anniversary?
I had been much lower than I am now. I'm E11 now.
What did I say? Our last show was September 5th.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think I was E10 yet.
No.
I don't think so.
Well, in that meantime, I did max out my SP on this character. Bouncy.
Damn, look at my damage. Holy shit.
Did I buy all my passives? I bought all of my passives, Vonner. BB.
Well, you gotta go do Dark Agartha so you can spend your...
Be impressed. Yeah, now I've got like 50 SP and I've got nothing to spend it on now.
I think on Jimmy I'm like still in like the 700 or 800s on both. Like 700 or 800 APSP.
See, yeah, I've got all those. Who wants items? Bomber, I know you already have every item. Jimmy, does your ephemeral character need more items?
Holy guacamole, what was that?
I don't know, but I have an overflow bag. I was trying to get rid of stuff.
Oh, that was a bunch of stuff. I got a Grim Glamour. I've got a Bubble Blower. Got a Sugar Skull.
Halloween items. What?
Bubbles. I'm blowing bubbles. That's pretty cool.
Let's see what happens when I do it. They're just down here. They're at my character's mouth. They're the same size bubbles.
Nice. Out your eye sockets. So isn't that where everyone's bubbles come from? Is out their eye sockets? I feel like that's more like nose holes though than eye sockets. I don't know.
I can't tell. I'm doing it at Vomer's ankles.
And there's the last of my bubbles.
Bubble you.
They add something new? The bubbles have been around.
What I get?
They're a
Zabalban.
drop. Yeah, the Zabalban Grim
Glamour. Oh, what happens if I use that? Will I just be a tiny zombie?
You look like Scratch? Probably.
Wait, it said I got it. Where is it in my inventory? Oh, there it is.
It's a little blue bag.
Green. Here we go. Nope, I'm just tiny zombie.
Oh, that's because yours is green because that's the zombie one. I got the Zabalban Warrior one. You got
I've got a blue. Now I'm looking. I'm like, wait, why do I have all these? Right, Green Glamour zombie.
Maybe there's a Mayan one, just a different Mayan one. Zombie Mayan one. I don't know.
We got randomized.
Maybe. You see, I got this one.
Farmer's got a cool vampire looking one.
Ooh.
That's a cool vampire. Not gonna lie.
Like he would, but he's just not going to.
I can lie. I have the ability.
Good Lord, Waffle.
Waffle, pick up your stuff.
I can't.
Just leaving trash everywhere. I'll take the blood syrup. Thank you very much. use your distillates. God. Use the fun stuff. It's supposed to be.
What if he makes the wrong choice?
Yeah.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Once
you're right, you're right.
You can never use it again. It's true. It's true. And more importantly, you can't get more. You can never get more distillates.
Rainbow.
Tiny rainbow. Makes me laugh too much. Too much. It's too funny.
No, I'm saving them for, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Do you need a signet? Is it? I mean, that is actually part of the problem too. Sometimes you need the equipment to shove it into.
Yeah.
You need.
That's
the
what she
thing.
said. Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
Bubbles.
Well, that's a cool glamour. I like the one Zini has. The glowing purple eyes.
Oh yeah. Right, it's all the daily login rewards he picks up. True.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
But he doesn't know what those are. That doesn't make any sense.
And now we come full circle to the F. Donald Logan.
All right. I'll look here. Where is this again?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Deathless with the pumpkin. Yeah, that's pretty creepy. Oh my god, dude! You just look like a pool of blood.
Oh, yeah. I'm just a zombie
There's
in a
blood
pool
stain.
of blood. When I first logged in, I was like, "Oh wow!" Like there was some random character.
Said Ocho was taunting me with a feast.
I saw some random character and I was like, wow, they made everybody giant. For some reason, I forgot. I was like, wow, they made everyone giant. I was like, oh, how cool. They made someone giant. No. Trying to drop a Ouija board, but it keeps going through the floor. Dang Ouija board.
It's like clipped in there. Yeah, I see it. I see the corner of it at least.
Who wants stuff? Who wants stuff? Tatterhood, you probably have everything. Who doesn't have everything? Scratch, you have everything. Waffle, you have no room.
That's
I
a
try to use a
horrible joke,
Luigi
Palmer.
board.
Palmer,
Yes.
that's a horrible joke.
Gotta respect the Luigi board.
I mean, you don't. You wouldn't. If it's on a Luigi board, you're like, whatever.
Our death is here. Take my
A Luigi board.
stuff. Take it. Take it. Take my stuff.
You can exorcise ghosts. If that's what you want to call what he's doing with them.
Good exercise. It's good exercise.
Uh-huh.
Take it. They're not taking it.
Oh, you know
Fine.
what we should
Cancel.
go check out?
Fine.
You should go find one of the graveyards with the radio.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to worry about whether you could play them or not because they're all public domain.
Yeah. And they're... You just gotta go to, like, Kingsmith, probably. The easiest one.
That's Tokyo.
Right. It's over here. Where are you going?
I'm inviting everyone to group.
No, it's talking to Waffle.
Oh, that's fair.
It wasn't talking to you.
Listen here, you.
Yeah, just go to Kingsmith and go to the church.
And also, you could jump on the cars here in Kingsmith, of course, to farm the what is it called? The Future Tech cache, if you wanted to.
Well, and zombies.
And zombies. Dual farming.
It clicks. Da-da-da-da. The ever sharp Schick Injector Rager. Razor? One day I'll learn how to talk. But not today.
No, today's not that day. It's fine.
Not today, Satan. You guys
I forget what day it
the
was,
whole way?
but I was over here
yeah.
farming the tech caches, and I was jumping on the things, and as being tiny, jumping on the things and making all the zombies run out, and so I can easily kill them and get the caches, because you never know. And a dev found me while I was doing that.
Lore.
Where is it? Oh, that's right. It's over here.
I guess I gotta turn on the.
Seas, evil eyes are watching. Unholy voices whisper and quarrel in the fearful silence. Death stalks. Loathsome, horrible death. Dare you?
What did they do when they found me? Nothing
Nothing
bad. They just gave me more more rainbows. Really. I was like, I see you. I know you're here. They made
I'm
themselves.
glad you brought up the question of ethics, Ed. Sometimes I think science is too ethical. Stands in the way of research.
I don't know, David.
It is
your
super
work,
loud,
for
yeah.
example. It's wonderful, but you have to be very cautious.
What?
I think working with monkeys is about as far as you should go.
Sound not loud to me.
Oh, but Ed, David is past that stage. Why not show Ed the one you worked on today, darling?
If you'd like to see it, Ed, it's right in the lab.
Yes, I would. I saw it last night after you injected the poison.
That
I'll
better?
get it, David.
Thank you, dear. It's in the second cage.
Ruth's a wonderful girl, David. Must be a big help to you in your work.
Don't know what I'd do without her. But if she ever gets too interested in pure science, I'm gonna lock her out of the lab and just make her go back to being a wife.
How do you find time for a wife?
Now look here, all you practicing surgeons think the research man is a machine. Not me, Ed. Ruth means more to me than all the discoveries I might make. Her happiness is all I live and work for.
Well,
Do you want a Rochi? This is how you get a Rochi.
Very charming person.
Here he is.
Same one you saw last night, Ed. Stone dead. And there he is, just as healthy and alive as any other monkey.
Why, it's amazing, David. Naturally, I
Farming
followed all
those
the
mysteries.
experiments along this line, but you seem to have progressed much farther.
David can't go any farther with animals. He's ready for the next.
Oh, did you want me to tell people about
You
that?
can do it.
Well, I'm all for research, David. But you have a moral obligation in this sort of thing. How do you know it'll work with human beings?
Oh, you're a surgeon yourself, Ed. You know that human beings are animals, just like all the subjects I've used. I know it'll work.
Well, knowing it won't get you far with society. You'll have to submit proof.
I know that, and I've tried every way I can think of to get a human being to demonstrate on.
He's
Oh, I
tried
guess you
insane
did.
Asylums, penitentiaries, everywhere.
No one will listen to me.
Well, in a way, you can't blame them. Even to me, with my training, the idea seems, well, blasphemous.
My dear Ed, you can't stop scientific progress because of a so-called moral concept.
Besides, what could be less blasphemous than to triumph over death?
I'm sorry, but I can't see it that way. I wouldn't want to try it on me. When I'm dead, I want to stay dead.
Oh, that's foolish, Ed. Well, if I die first, I want David to use
Ed, you
me
fool.
for a subject.
Don't look so startled, Ed. She's always been my strongest supporter, but I'm not going to use her as a subject. I like her too well as a wife.
Still, it gives me the shivers to hear you talk that way, Ruth.
Why? I've seen David's work grow to where the technique is perfect. Before long, his experiments will be recognized by the whole medical world. And if I can help him achieve that goal, I'm willing to do anything. Living or dead. I mean it.
They're so good.
No, word from my sponsor, Lucky Strikes.
So good. I was telling someone this time of year always makes me want to like.
She said she
I
wanted
want to watch.
do
I want
it, Ed.
the Twilight
Living or
Zone.
dead.
I want to
David,
read like
You're
old
surely
books.
not going to hold it.
Like
Not now. Of course I am.
there's
She
something
meant
about this
it.
time of
But
year.
I called you over here tonight, Ed, because I need help.
Don't tell me that.
But I want you to help me bring Ruth's. To bring her here. That's exactly what I mean.
David,
Will you help me? Or must I bribe some stranger?
David, why don't you give this thing up?
It's inhuman, Ed. If I succeed, I'll have Ruth back. Don't you see how much it means?
Oh, yes, if you're successful.
Oh, I've no doubt about that. Look, I've got my laboratory records. 714 times I performed the experiment on guinea pigs, rabbits, monkeys. 714 times it's been successful. Don't you see?
But, David, this is no laboratory experiment. Ruth was your wife.
She is my wife. The only woman I ever loved. That's why I want to bring her back here and start her breathing and living again.
That's an ugly name for what you're asking me to do, David.
I know. Grave robbery. But there's a better name for it, Ed. Death robbery. We'll rob old man Death.
That's thievery.
Death robbery.
Kick the door shut. On the operating table.
I see you're completely equipped.
It's surgery just as well as a lab. Everything we need is here.
There. Well, it's done.
Not yet.
You mean you want me to stay?
Ed, listen. Ever since Ruth, well, I guess I've leaned on you for everything. I won't ask you to stay, but I do need you. Just a little longer.
All right, David. I'll stay.
Ruth will be the first to thank you when we succeed.
David, I'll always doubt this until I see Ruth living, breathing, smiling
It
again.
won't be long, just a matter of 15 or 20 minutes.
If nothing happens. What will you do if your operation doesn't work?
Then you'll have just one more job to lose, my friend.
And that?
It'll be to bury both of us.
Oh, no. Look, David.
If Ruth isn't alive
now
again,
look,
in
David.
2 minutes I'd have lost her forever. And I'd have proved that my
You're
whole
being
life
silly.
was useless. I'll have
You're silly
reason
goose.
enough to use any of a dozen tricks that any good surgeon knows. End hold. Oh, but don't look so horrified, Ed. We won't fail. Let's begin.
I should remind you once more, David, that you're usurping powers that belong to God Almighty.
I like to think that Providence has wisely held back the knowledge of things like this until we knew how to use them, and I know how. Hand me that large beaker.
All right. I'm not going to back out on you, David. What shall I do?
Do. You'll
Give
work-
me
you
that
haven't
science-y
worked in
thing.
surgery before. Thank heavens I've got your skill on my side.
Give me that large
Now then.
beaker.
First, strap the spigometer on her arm.
I just happened to think of something.
Keep moving. This is all a matter of timing.
But, David...
Here are your instruments. I want the incision right here where I'm shaving the hair. Make a small incision just at the fontanelle while I prepare the solution.
David, have you considered...
Please, work fast.
But, Dave, what? She was embalmed, you know.
Of course I know that. There's something to replace the blood and counteract the fluid. It's ghastly. Finish the cut. I know what I'm doing.
Well, that's all for the incision, but after all...
Work now cut away the dura mater.
Entirely? Leave the brain exposed?
Yes, I'll fix that. I've done it 700-odd times.
This is no guinea pig or monkey.
Well, I hardly need reminding.
Sorry. What's that?
A compound I've synthesized myself.
What is it?
I call it digamma-paradiamine. Oh, I know that isn't chemically correct. It's as close as I can get to it. I knew that something like it must exist. Took 3 years to track it down. Took me that long to make the first drop of it.
Oh, you know what you're doing, all right.
Yes, I do. Now, if you're finished, take the leads from that storage battery there and attach the positive to the silver plate on the shelf. Put that at her feet.
I feel as if I were doing something unholy.
Erlenmeyer flask? Was it an Erlenmeyer flask?
Be sure the tip of the wire actually penetrates the pia mater.
David, what if you bring her back?
I will bring her back.
But what if you bring her back and find she comes back without her soul?
What? A soul?
Yes.
The soul?
You're a surgeon. You believe in a soul.
Well, I hesitate
You
to say
believe
there
in
is no such
soul?
thing.
You've seen a good many deaths, haven't you? Have you ever seen
But you
any
can't
evidence
even
that
dance.
soul escapes at death?
Perhaps I couldn't recognize the evidence.
Let's put it this way. If there is any soul, it either leaves the body or stays with it at death. Now, no reputable surgeon or physician has ever been able to report the slightest evidence of the soul's having left the body. So, the soul, if there is a soul, must stay with the body, a part of it. I'm ready now. You.
Everything's set. Go. close that switch there. Watch the meter and keep the current between plus and minus 5 of 150.
This goes into a little too much detail, I think.
Right.
All right.
Now, I'm going to inject 10 cc's
Anything?
of adrenaline. Breaking up. Adrenaline and something else.
It's like they're actually going through the procedure, which I guess is kind of cool.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
It's a radio. It's a
She
radio
was.
play.
She is. You'll see her in a few minutes, just as she was.
I wonder what you'll have to tell us.
Nothing. Death is
It's a theater of the mind.
Do you really believe it?
Bring it
Did you just
to
steal that from Matrix?
Let's see.
bring it to 150.
No.
And now make sure
It's up to
it
180.
goes a little to the left. No, a little more to the left. Little no, it's
It's
too
your
far
other
left.
left.
Too far left.
My left.
Yeah, my left. What are you talking about, sir?
I dreamed of a reaction like that.
I'll show you. Let me swing this lamp over here. But let the ammeter go. It'll hold steady.
But it might jump again.
No, it won't. In all through this. The reactions are exactly the same as here.
And this lamp. X-rays?
No, it's a modification of the cathode. But just another of my developments. I call these our theta rays.
Why do you call them that?
Well, most rays are named for the first few letters of the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma, and so on.
Well, that explains theta. Didn't you say R theta?
Yes. The theta was called the letter of death in the ancient.
No, that's right. It was the first letter in the word thanatos. Death. Yes. Theta without death.
Maybe I was too sentimental.
Maybe. At least human words.
Let's not argue. Here goes the thing. Now quickly. Solution.
Inject it?
No, pump it. I built this pump especially for it. There's the pump switch head.
Here?
Good.
Yeah.
Good pumping.
Turn it on.
Some more.
And watch the ammeter.
Okay.
Going to pump you
Up
up.
on.
155.
Let it go.
160. 170.
Hold it there. It'll stay there. Listen carefully.
Yes.
As soon as I turn off the pump, I want Spigma readings.
But there won't be any blood pressure.
Wait and see. Give me a reading each time I ask for it and take them carefully. Ready?
It's fantastic. I'm ready.
Okay. Reading.
Systolic 0.
Gotta have that Foley artist, man. We paid him good money. We gotta make him do all the sound effects.
40.
Diastolic. Hurry.
0.
Help out. I'll turn off the ray. Reading.
48. Over 42.
David, not yet. Now the stop. 7 seconds after I say go, I want this. Ready. Now,
Sorry.
go.
I'm killing zombies over here.
Hey, I'm killing zombies over here.
Over here.
Wonder.
Just a few more minutes. All right. The ray again. You'll know the answer. So.
The second act of Lights Out, starring Boris Karloff, will follow in just a moment. But now, listen to the sweetest shaving song ever written. Push-pull, click-click. Changes blades that quick.
I love that part.
Push-pull, click-click.
Push, pull, quick,
With
quick.
the Eversharp Schick Injector Razor. Yes, it clicks for men everywhere. Because the Eversharp Schick Injector Razor is the
Good
world's
line.
one and only razor with the automatic blade changing. No blades to unwrap. Fingers never touch the blade. Just push-pull, click, click. And a keen new blade is automatically locked in correct shaving position instantly.
It clicks for
because
men
the
everywhere.
Eversharp Schick Injector
Good luck.
razor makes shaving 50% faster, 100% safer, 200% smoother. Just try the Eversharp Schick Injector razor for 1 week. See for yourself the difference. It's a $1.75 value. Special now, only $1.25, complete with 20 blades. For the shave of your life, the rest of your life, switch to an Eversharp Schick Injector razor. Get yours tomorrow. Push-pull, click-click. Buy an Eversharp Schick.
I'm trying to photobomb Jimmy's pictures over here.
I'm not taking pictures.
Oh, I figured that's what you were doing under the lamppost.
How long do you use the radio?
No, I just need a light to see what I change my clothes into.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking screenshots.
Over 67 now.
Nope.
70.
Nope. Just
Diastolic.
messing with the.
68. Now.
So, fun fact, Bomber, you'd appreciate this.
118.
From this height,
76.
I can see that this radio is set to 4625.
120.
Nice.
That's it. 80.
But
The
it's not.
stethoscope. Quick.
It says 6236. That if I zoom into first person, I come down to the eye line of the tiny character.
Still asleep?
Yes.
I can see things that weren't meant to be seen.
As far as I can tell, respiration's normal, pulse just a tiny bit fast.
Or was it really?
But apparently,
You just had to be at the correct
David,
height.
I feel I must apologize to you.
apologize. Why?
Well, for doubting you, I suppose.
I brought my wife back to me, as I promised.
It's an unholy thing, but
But we've conquered death. Is that unholy?
we have conquered death. May God forgive us.
Shall we wait now?
How long has she been asleep?
Let me see.
Hi, Spider969.
Hasn't spoken at all?
Not since that first scream. She fell asleep.
Have you given her anything?
Just a few drops of brandy.
Have you tried to wake her?
No, but I think I'll try now.
Oh, wait a minute before you do.
Why?
Well, I hate to keep harping on this business about his soul, David. I realize this is no place for a philosophic discussion, but I can't help wondering why Ruth screamed when she first came back to life.
I think there's a logical explanation. After all, it must have been a physical shock.
It's true. It must also be true that there was a great mental shock involved. I think that's why she screamed, and I'm wondering whether there's been a permanent effect on her mind. Nor was I prepared to think of it. Her soul.
Possibly borrowing trouble. I've never seen any sign of permanent damage in my other experiments.
Don't forget that Ruth was a human being.
Well, there's only one way to find out. I'm going to wake her.
You're not afraid?
Afraid? Of what?
Ruth.
Ruth. Wake up now. Ruth, dear. It's David speaking. Wake up, dear. Ruth. Ruth. Darling. No wonder it scared a poor girl. Ruth, it's David, dear. I kept my promise and you're alive again. Oh, you're all right, honey. It's David. You're... Ruth. Ruth.
David, what's the matter? God is a man. No, David. Her soul.
Oh, that's squeaky. Ruth's not the
David.
same.
You'd better go out for a little exercise now.
I'll stay
You think?
here with her.
I'll stay while you go out and walk around a bit. You've been there with her since 8 o'clock last night without any letter. Go on, I'll stay.
Ed,
I know, boy. I'd give anything myself if we could undo what we've done, but...
Ed, what the do?
Well, there may be something. Let's try an experiment when she wakes up.
What kind of an experiment?
Well, let's see if we can talk to her. Get her to say anything. If we can get a flicker of intelligence, maybe we can teach her. Build up from a small fragment.
It might work. I'm going to wake her up and try it.
But not now. Why don't you take a relax a little and get something to eat while you're at it?
Eat, I can't eat. I'm going to wake her.
Ruth, David. Why not let her...
Hello, Ruth.
There, she begins.
What do you do? David.
It works. Seems to be. Ruth, say I want a glass of water. I want a glass of water.
It's too long for that. Ruth. Say, Ruth loves David. Ruth loves David. Ruth loves David.
Maybe. What is she thinking?
I don't know.
Stop it! Wait a minute, old man. Too much for you, tired as you are. Go on out and take a little walk, and I'll work with it for a while. Your nerves won't take much of this.
All right, Ed, I can't think of it. I'll be right back.
Fine. I'll take good care of her. See what I can find out.
It's pretty good.
Don't worry. I will. And you get something to eat while you're out.
All right, I'll try.
This is really rough on him.
She's a good actress.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Killing themselves is nothing there.
That's all right. That's good voice acting.
Never mind, Ruth. Ruth, put on this helmet. Don't hurt yourself. Ruth, stay away. Don't put it down. Think of David.
Ah, good stuff. Good stuff.
For God's sake, what happened?
Scalp.
I'll get something and fix you right up.
No use.
Now, look.
Doctor. Artery. No hope.
Yeah. All right, look. Your diagnosis is correct.
Murder to live. Who's hiding? Watch out! Soul. She'll kill you, too.
What have I done, Ed? Everything I've done is wrong.
Wonderful technique, Doctor. Congratulations. What about soul?
Ed,
What about soul?
she's somewhere in the house. What if she gets out? Scalpel in our hands. Ruth! Ruth! Mason, I'd better take a gun. Ruth! Ruth! Ruth, now give me that stuff. You'll hurt yourself. Ruth. Ruth, come back. Come back!
What'd you do that for?
Hello? Yes? Oh. Hello, Doctor.
These go on for a good amount now.
I've been busy in the lab. No, there's nothing new. Just an experiment. Like so many experiments, it just didn't work out.
Eversharp Schick has just presented Boris Karloff in the first of the new series of mystery and terror stories, Lights Out. In just a moment, we'll tell you about next week's story. But first, no matter what kind of razor you use now, here's a challenge. There's a better, easier, faster way to shave. Eversharp Schick Injector Razor has banished forever 90% of the nuisance that makes shaving such a chore. Ends nuisance number 1. No time wasted. Eversharp Schick Injector Razor has been
I hate
at
wasting
least
time while shaving.
50% faster. Ends nuisance number 2.
Only if there was a way
It's
to make it go faster and
patented
quicker.
guard bar prevents skin irritation, even under nose.
Someday in the future.
Eversharp Schick shaves clean and smooth without skin irritation. Ends nuisance number 3. Nothing to take apart.
Ready to do a
or put
handstand
together.
on the fence.
World's easiest razor to clean. Just rinse, shake, put away.
Very nice. Very
Ends
nice.
nuisance number 4. No blades to unwrap. Fingers never touch the blade. Just push-pull, click-click. Because Eversharp Schick's the world's one and only razor with the automatic blade changer that locks a keen new blade, the world's sharpest blade, in correct shaving position instantly. Yet it's 50% faster, 100% safer, 200% smoother. So for the world's quickest, easiest,
10,000%.
cleanest shave, change to Eversharp Schick Injector Razor. It's $1.75 value, but special now for only $1.
Are you looking for a skip
God, if I
ad
could buy a
button?
razor for $1.
Buy
Shit.
yours tomorrow.
A razor blade.
But it's an amazing shaving commercial. I wouldn't mind commercials if they were good. Commercials are shit, that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Next
You know how I know
week,
this is
Lights
true?
Out will bring you a story about
Because
the
I love
undead, the
Ryan
vampires
Reynolds.
who are doomed to wander alone through all eternity, seeking the blood of innocent.
Every commercial he
Be sure to
makes,
listen
for
next Wednesday
either
night
for Mint
at the same
Mobile
time.
or for Inn.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, they're all amazing. Like,
They're all
I would-
pretty good, yeah.
He could make a
By Bill
he could make a 20-minute
The script is
commercial
by
for
Paul
that
Pierce
shit. I would
and Willis
turn
Cooper.
on.
This
Like,
is
they're
Ken
good.
Niles speaking
They make
for
you-
Eversharp, manufacturers of Eversharp Schick Injector razors and blades, and famous Eversharp precision writing instruments. For birthdays, weddings, anniversaries,
All right,
and
I think
business
we're
gifts,
good, Waffle.
Remember the best gift
Yeah.
of all is
Hey,
an Eversharp CA
leave my
pen.
commercial alone.
Buy yours tomorrow during the
Oh,
sensational
the
Eversharp
commercial's done.
CA pen sale. Buy now and save as much as 60%. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Because I know it'll restart over again. Okay. Yes. Was that?
That was it.
That was it. Yeah. Death robbery. Death. Robbery. We're robbing death. I got to give props to Ruth.
Or did death rob them? Huh?
The other guys are
Ooh.
pretty good, but Ruth, that was prime acting. That was prime acting, Ruth.
Or the worlds?
So yes, I like this. That's
I need to do
radio. says
I need to do this
4625.
on this character, actually. I need to do the whole thing. Because I don't have the radio yet. Which, by the way, just FYI, in case anyone doesn't know, you can get the radio in one go of the mission. You just have to pause it a bunch of times.
Oh, okay. So to get all the different radios from every graveyard.
Yeah, because the next tier of the mission triggers when you get 3 radios.
Right.
So you get 2 radios, you pause the mission, you go pick it back up, and now it wants you to get 3 radios.
Oh, okay.
So what you can do, so in one shot of the mission, you get 2 radios, pause it, pick it back up, get 2 more radios, pause it, pick it back up, 2 more radios, I think, pause, pick it back up, and then the last 3. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can do the entire cycle and get the achievement and the permanent radio for your inventory. Once? Yeah, all in one go.
Okay. Or if you just wanted to listen to these, they're actually all on the Internet Archive. That's where they got them from. They just downloaded them from the Internet Archive.
This is them in the game on your own permanent radio.
That's true.
You get the achievement
as well. I think one time they did a forum post that had all the location for all of them.
There's also like a YouTube playlist I found with all of them.
But it's all excellent. Okay, so yeah, Vomer was whispering me. I didn't know if Vomer wanted me to tell these because they were just whispers. Vomer says, speaking of small happenings, the station master had posted both screenshots from the 7th anniversary photo shoots as another thing that happened. It was posted on Twitter and Tumblr, and a bunch of the screenshots the GM took were uploaded to 2 zip folders that are on the photo shoot thread on the Funcom forums in 4K resolution PNGs. But they're fun photos.
That's cool.
And hold on. Wait. I had the link and then lost it for a second.
Like 70 plus people in each shot.
Yeah, they're
I remember those. Well, I remember the other ones at least, the ones that like Errol got.
I like in the first set how a lot of people hanging around. Yeah, Jimmy, you're there. You're on top.
What?
Surprising, I know. But I like how the third shot on that one is the little, I forget what they're called. The Agartha guys, the big mechanical, the custodians. That's right. I love it sitting there with like a video camera. That's a fun shot.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And this was from the as part of the 7th anniversary. This was a photo shoot. Class of 2024 photo shoot.
Yep. Waffle, are you able to bring one of those up at all?
And that was from June.
Many moons ago.
Click on the link in Twitch chat. If you're looking for which chat, there's like 5 chats.
I got added in 1 second.
He's like, no, I'm not showing anything. No, sorry.
That's like, oh my god, that was my phone.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Cool. Cool.
Yep. Dead game.
Dead game. Right. No one's
Yeah.
no one's playing. Who plays it? I even saw a character just run through here, and I was able to give them all of the. I was able to give them all the things I picked up. I gave them all the stuff from Jack that I had left over.
Oh, I started my my extra life.
Oh yeah,
I'm like getting it prepped because that shit's coming up real fast.
I was gonna say, when is that?
It's the last Saturday. Oh, right.
Game day is November 2nd.
Yep. It's coming up real quick. It's like
right
2 weeks.
after Halloween. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what, 2 weeks, 2 weeks and 2 days.
Mm-hmm. And so I started my my extra life, got it all set up. I do have a plan for it.
Cool.
What you doing this year? I need to like get like
so
a
you
presentation.
usually do something
set up.
interesting.
Yeah, I'll try and put something out maybe like next week, I think.
Okay.
We'll see if I crack down and get what I want done. But yeah, I do have a little plansy wansy.
Cool.
I actually have plans. Like I'm still getting this character to E17, right? Like we're getting there. We're E11, like E11 in a third right now, I think. So, yeah. I have like I think at least 2 more runs planned after this. I believe maybe 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
I have
You have
I've
you
not
have
run out of things
ideas.
to do. Yeah, I've not run out of things to do. By any stretch.
I would have a long time ago. So I'm always very impressed. I am not that imaginative.
So, but yeah, I'll try and get it out next week, I think.
Okay.
Like on the forums and stuff. But yeah, I just don't have. I need to put together the presentation package, if you will. You know, the advertisement for the extra live stream. I try not to do it too early because I feel like it just sort of languishes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's hard to strike a balance between like, oh, it's last minute so no one shows up versus it's too early and everyone like sees it then and then just forgets about it like 3 weeks later or something. You know what I mean?
Right. Which
I'm trying to find the right middle ground there.
Yeah. Absolutely happens. I mean, yeah, not to be like, oh, people have too little attention spans these days, but no, it's true. We do have too
it's
little
actually just too much
spans.
shit going on. You know what I mean? Like I'm like that. If you tell me something and it's not happening like in the next 2 days or something, I don't register it.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's exactly what happens.
I will deal with it later. Like a week, like one week out is about my max. Like, is it happening in this week? Because if it's happening like Monday, like that's Monday's problem. Like, you know what I mean? That's next week's problem. I'm not dealing with that shit right now. I'm dealing with this week.
So yeah, so I don't want to be like, like, oh, people have too little attention spans, but no, it's true. We what's the line? What's the line from Secret World? We OD on input.
Yeah. My video like flickered. Oh, weird.
Like we OD on mesmerism by cat memes, if you will.
Doom scrolling. Lots of doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Doomy,
That
doomy,
yeah,
doomy,
in a
doomy,
way
doomy,
it's mesmerizing.
No, Mesmer is a boss in Elden Ring DLC.
Oh. It's also a class in Guild Wars 2. The Mesmer.
He's part man, part snake.
No one? Zombies? Anybody? No one wants zombies? Nobody? Nobody? I brought you zombies. Gosh. Do you want more zombies? I'll get you more zombies.
No, I did run around picking. Oh, there's more. I was running
fresh.
around all the loot lanterns you caused to drop.
Not as many as you think. I was going around killing everything, and I only got 4 future tech caches.
Yeah, but you dropped like 10 for me.
Oh.
They're individual. They don't like I don't see yours and you don't see mine.
Yeah,
and it's random. It's random whether one drops for you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you just dropped way more for me than you did for you.
Yeah, I dropped 4 future tech caches, and I mean probably a whole bunch of Dark Agartha arsenals too.
I also had like fucking like 5 belts on top of the caches. Like there's 3 more over here now for me.
God dang it!
Yeah,
caches are dropping for you like crazy. They don't drop for me like at all. I'm getting like no caches.
It's just a roll of the die.
It is. It is indeed.
Oh, there's one over here actually.
Because I keep killing things. So I halfway through the middle of that, Waffle just suddenly got like the kill whatever.
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten like any. Not one.
There's one over here from earlier. There's one over here from earlier. Oh, this one's from right now. I got this one.
God damn it.
I'm like a loot cache siphon or something.
None are dropping for me. None.
That's hilarious.
I'm getting not a single cache. Jimmy's taking all the caches.
All your cash are belong to me.
I was gonna say. They're all yours.
Oh, there's more up here. This must have been from Waffle. Hold on. I just picked up 2 more.
I'm going through it and I'm not getting anything right now.
Nope. Nothing. They're all every cache is going to Jimmy. Not to say that I haven't got absolute 0. I've gotten a couple, but
dude, I've got so many.
No, just not the same.
I have I used 5 of the belts already. I have another belt. I have 11 future tech and 6 dark Agartha ones right now.
11. I've only gotten 4. 4. I was just killing everything. Yep. 4 future tech caches. I found this before too. Yeah, just I was just killing things. It's like killing these zombies. It's like no, they're just not dropping. Why are you murdering random zombies instead of running?
Oh my god, there's so many more. Hold on. 1.
God damn it.
Wait. 2.
This is wild.
3.
Somehow this is programmed. This can't be natural. This can't be natural.
I saw 4, but I guess it's just 3. No, there's 4. There was 4.
God damn. This can't be natural. It has to be something. Maybe it's like an age of account.
You know what it is, Mikey?
What is it?
You know what it is? It's supernatural.
Supernatural? Again, that's how I was trying to those guys who were like, oh, it's a tabletop role-playing game. It's like, and they're like, oh, someone asked her like, oh, what's the setting of Secret World? And I remember you saying like the elevator pitch is like, it's like the show Supernatural.
With a little more Cthulhu.
Right. It's like the show Supernatural, but with more like Lovecraftian elements and horror to it. And so that's why I was like, yep, none.
Piece of candy. That's a belt. Got a belt out of that one.
And so I was like, yeah. So I used your it's like the show Supernatural, but modern day. You know, everything is true.
And like a little bit more Lovecraft bend, yeah.
But a little more like Lovecraft. So it's like fighting. I was like, so you could fight like, you know, as far as like monsters go, it's like you could say like, you know, oh, we're gonna fight, you know, make the Loch Ness monster or something, or you could, you know, you could turn around to these to real life, you know, legends of monsters and be like.
You got like your vampires, your werewolves, you got mummies, you got zombies.
Yeah, you got all those, but it's like
Drog are basically Norse zombies,
right? But it's like
water zombies.
If you wanted like, you know, Mothman or something, or you wanted like, you know, you could throw in, you know, Chupacabra.
Oh yeah, especially for tabletop, like literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, that's why I say like, as far as like setting goes, it's the closest thing that's like mainstream I could think of is Supernatural, which is. Because it is like a common, you know, setting, being like modern day, you know what I mean, and the whole idea that like all the legends are true, but they're not all like what you were told, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, that is funny with the arcane sprint because I just see like these little floating hexes in the air. Like way above you.
Yeah.
Especially when you ran by the fence, there's just like these little symbols.
You're like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, genuinely. I was like, wait, what the hell? And then I saw your name tag. I was like, oh, okay.
All right, Vomer says, yeah, Mothman is the buzzing. You cannot throw in the Mothman. Mothman canonically is how the people of Point Pleasant interpreted the buzzing when the buzzing tried to warn them about the bridge. The buzzing is Indrid cold. The Mothman is the buzzing to the mortal eyes who burned at the sight of their warning. And yet we can interpret the buzzing. Okay, all right. I'll take it.
Meets Hellboy meets Inside Job.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, you're talking about the cartoon? Dude, I love that cartoon. That was good. Is that what it was called? Was it called Inside Job?
Okay, how about Jersey Devil then? We're gonna do one. That's local to me, but Jersey Devil. But actually, and I'm gonna point this out. There's been a series of YouTube shorts done by. I'm gonna have to think about this one. A bunch of YouTube shorts.
Have your Jersey Devil.
Okay, fine. Have your Jersey Devil.
But no onions
Leeds
and
child,
Abernathy.
the 13th Leeds child, born in the Jersey Pine Barrens. We all know the legend here. Tell me I'm not going to find it now. What are you doing, Kat? How did you get behind there? Good Lord. Don't turn off my computer. Don't do it. Don't. Don't. I'm going to take a picture of you. Pogo, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Holy shit, dude, my eye is starting to burn.
Is that red light?
I don't think so.
Is it a red light or a heat lamp?
No, it's an RGB light.
Oh, okay.
I just set it to red so that it would match the QBL.
which is true. Come out from there, you silly cat.
What? It's not.
If
No,
I
it's
suddenly
what happens
drop,
when
that's
I don't
why.
sleep and stare at a screen for fucking 18 hours. That's why my eyes are burning.
I say today, by the way, is my cat's gotcha day.
If this is the day when you grabbed it by the tail and said gotcha.
Basically. This is the day. This is the day. We got her 3 years ago. 3 years ago today.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, the cute kitty cat.
She's cute. What were you doing by my computer?
Would you like to know?
I was gonna say, why were you right behind my computer? Why do you smell?
Chewing on things? Probably.
Biting you. Now she's biting me. You can't see it. It's right off camera now. Silly girl.
Looks completely innocent on camera. Off camera, bite.
Oh yeah. She's a little terror. I should if I could show. I don't know if you could see this.
Oh yeah, I saw that for a second. Yeah, nice scratch there.
She gave me a scratch. I don't know if you can really see it. She gave me a scratch that's literally like, camera, please. Okay, it's like right from here all the way down here, and now it's just a scar, but it's probably a good like 5-6 inch scar that she gave on the inside of my wrist. Yeah, she was nasty with that one. She got me good.
Well, and that's what you get.
I'm gonna be like, after she gave it to me, I was like, people are gonna think I like tried to kill myself or something.
You're like, no, I don't have to do that. My cat does that for me.
Right? I was like, someone's gonna see it and be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I'll be like, yeah, I have a cat. Don't worry, I've got a cat. It's fine. Oh, right, that's what I was trying to find. Why does Facebook's subscriptions look all weird? I just want to know who I'm subscribed to.
All right, Grandpa.
Just tell me. Just tell me. But they've been currently doing a series, and it's like one legend from each state. They've been doing like a legend from each state, and some of them are really cool. And every one I'm like, oh gosh, that's great. I gotta.
Armor says, did they do New York yet?
I'm almost sure they have. One urban legend from each state. Here it is. It's Mental Floss is the name of the account. I saved some of the cooler ones. Let me look up that Mental Floss. One urban legend from each state. New York. They're just shorts. Here you go. see what they say. Reptiles. New York City is famous for rats and also giant albino gators, at least according to popular urban legend. For decades, people have reported seeing the reptiles slinging around the sewer system. They're said to be particularly vicious beasts that feast on rodents and attack sewer workers who must carry firearms for protection. It's true that people have spotted the rare gator on the loose around the city over the last century. In fact, one was pulled from a lake in Brooklyn's Prospect Park in early 2023, but they're usually illegal pets people dump once they get too big. The rescue gators didn't even come from the sewer system. The water is too cold and toxic from them down there, and a diet of city rats and raw sewage would be dangerous.
Pizza Rat gets snubbed again. That's a shame. That is a goddamn shame.
But yeah, but they do one urban legend from each state, and some of them are pretty damn cool. One of them was like, it was about a video game, I think in Oregon, and they were like, it's about a video game that people were reported having said like they would play the game in an arcade and then they lost stretches of time.
Oh, yeah, that's just called playing video games. Happens to me every day.
You're like, yeah, I feel that, yeah. But it's a pretty cool series, and I was thinking like, oh, and if anyone was wanting to do like a, any sort of secret world campaign where you're doing things, this is pretty good thing to watch as far as if you were looking for ideas. Let me see if I can find that one. Tennessee, South Carolina, Rhode Island. I saved a whole bunch of these. Pennsylvania, Oregon. I believe it was Oregon. Yes, this is it. I got that right. It was Oregon. Share, copy the link. It's gonna be a giant link. Here you go. Not trimming it. Oh no, it's not that bad.
That's what she said?
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that big. It's shorter than I thought it was.
She's not trimming it.
Oregon. That could a video game actually make you go insane? And more importantly, would you still want to play it, even if you knew it could? According to legend, Polybius?
I would just take that as part of the challenge.
Right. You'd be like, fine, great.
You're like, let's go, charity stream time.
Polybius made its way into Portland, Oregon arcades back in the fall of 1981, and the all-black cabinet soon caused quite a stir. Rumor has it that 2 teenagers went missing shortly after playing it, while others who tried it out quickly became addicted, falling into trance-like states that prompted nightmares, seizures, amnesia, and even hallucinations. Some players believe the game was sending them subliminal messages, and to make matters worse, claim to have seen men dressed in black suits removing data records from the machines instead of quarters. Polybius supposedly disappeared. About a month later, was never spotted again. Many believe the original game never existed in the first place. Some speculate that MK Ultra, the CIA's real-life Cold War-era mind control project, was behind the whole thing. Either way, it still probably wasn't worse than the Atari ET game. Ooh. Shade.
Damn.
That's rough.
Damn.
I loved ET. What are you talking about?
Is that the one they buried in like in a desert?
Yes, somewhere in a desert that they just
unburied? I played the heck out of ET when I was a kid because it was one of the only games I owned. So I played the heck out of it. We had
Did we lose Mikey?
I think we did.
He seems impossibly still. My cat shut off my PC. That's amazing. Kitty said it's time for bed. God damn it.
It's like, cat's like,
I mean,
should have done the outro. I gave you time.
Oh, that's great. That's so good. That's so good.
Well, I guess we can wait for him, or we can close out.
We can wait for him to get back,
Yeah.
I guess. We should end soon. I swear to God, dude, my eyes physically hurt right now. I have to keep like rubbing them.
Yeah, I gotta be up early in the morning.
I mean, I honestly, I probably still won't be asleep for like another fucking 2 hours because that's just how my
That's how
body
you are.
works. But I need to like give my eyes a break. You know what I mean? Wait, I can't. Was that him still timing out?
Well, that was from Discord.
That was from Discord.
Yeah. So it kicks you out after about what, 30 seconds to a minute?
No, it's gotta be like at least a minute. Should we ask if he's coming back?
Are you battling your cat?
Is the cat winning? Do you need us to call an ambulance?
Blink once for yes.
A wellness check. Are you okay? Is your cat hurting you? The cat won. Because it showed like him on Discord, like the mobile option, like it showed the little phone symbol,
Yeah.
and now it doesn't show that. That's why I'm wondering.
The cat got the phone too.
I said no technology. I asked him. It looks like he's responding. He's trying to come back. Dude, what is that GIF? It like... Oh, it's still loading. It paused at the weirdest frame. I
Oh,
like,
it
could
did?
not see what was happening. Only shows the symbol when you actively have the phone app open. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I'm just saying, like it was showing because he had typed my cache off my PC and then it went away. So. I wouldn't necessarily blame him if he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going to bed."
Oh, there he is. He survived.
The thing I said she was trying to do this whole time, she finally did.
Said, "Yeah, you're done,
Sorry.
human."
Sorry about that. She got behind my PC, and I try not to give her too much attention for doing it, so I wasn't like, really trying to shoo her away, and that was obviously a mistake because she literally did just turn it off. Just the entire computer just went.
She's like, "Well, he's not paying attention."
Like for a second, you were like thought you looked like you were pondering something, and I was like, he hasn't moved because your camera just froze.
Yeah.
It took a
That's
while.
what happens
It
when you
actually
just
took
kill
a
the
while
power.
for it to time out. So you were just like.
Like I was just slightly looking down.
And I was like, okay, I think he's gone.
Yeah, you're like, are you there? Yeah. No, she's now in the bathroom. She's away from the PC. She only does this when she hears me talking.
I said you can only talk to me.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what you're doing. You keep talking. What are you doing?
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Hold on. I forgot to do the Twitch chat. Hold on. There we go. So I have no idea what you just said up until right now in the Twitch chat. Sorry about that.
No. Yeah, we were just
actual
like,
cat
should we wait or go ahead, close out?
Yeah. We were like, is he coming back? Should we just end the show?
I mean, it was pretty much time to almost end it anyway.
Yeah, it is. My eyes are burning out of my skull right now.
Yeah. However, hold on a sec. My notes.
If you have anything,
didn't save. The only thing, did I bring it back up? Conan Exiles, Age of Heroes, released today.
Oh right, I did see that.
Wait is almost over. So this is the dawn of a new age. Team has worked hard to make sure this update feels like it. Soon you will accompany fully voiced heroes as their legend is made, eventually recruiting them as companions to your cause. All of your thralls now have stuff. They do stuff. Living settlements. Just it looks really cool, actually, I'm not gonna lie. In the first chapter of the Age of Heroes, meet Lu Fei, the Chiton sorcerer, and Freya, the Aesir warrior, embark on each of their epic quest lines to gain their loyalty as a permanent companion. These fully voiced characters will each gain perks unique to them based on your actions during their story. All of your worker thralls are transformed into living, breathing people. No, they're real boys.
They're like real
no longer
things.
They're no longer digital. They're real. No longer mere items in your inventory. Workers will now also go about their business in your base, socializing and meeting needs like sleep, hunger, and rest. Don't worry, their duties will still be tended to even when away from their crafting table. When danger is present, some succumb to panic and flee, while others will stand and protect their leader. They are the lifeblood of your settlement. This is a major overhaul that comes with many quality of life improvements, new UI, knock-on effects, and other knock-on effects and other details. So make sure to check out the patch notes.
It's the opposite of knockoff effects.
Yes, all right. Knock-on effects, knock off. Knock it off. No, knock it on. Along with these two major features, today's update brings a slew of bug fixes and improvements. We're aware of a persistent issue. They're Digimon now? Yes. Does that mean you could change their outfits? You couldn't before? Causing some players to fall through foundations or die suddenly. What? We will continue to investigate this and we'll fix it as soon as possible. Sure. Right. TLDR summary, companions, living settlements, cages in the exiled lands, bug fixes, and much more. It really does look like a cool update.
You.
It's a puppy.
It's a puppy.
It's a
very
puppy.
exciting. Yeah. Are you excited?
Yeah, I showed my cat. Now your puppy has to turn off your computer. Just to
You
Just
know,
to keep
he hasn't
parroting.
done that. I don't think ever.
no,
Nice.
probably doesn't want to. Like a normal animal.
He won't go get his ball if it's like too close to the treadmill. And there's like one power cable. He acts like it's the wall of China or something. He's like, nope, not going over there.
Not touching that. So yeah, that looks really cool. And that's what I was saying before. I was playing Once Human, but I sort of bounced off of it. But Conan Exiles keeps calling me back. And I don't play too many like building crafting games. That's the thing. I don't do that game genre as great as I enjoy others.
I will say though, we talked about this like off show, like prior to the show. The new winter scenario of Once Human is pretty cool so far.
Nice. Yeah. And you were saying it's a little different.
A lot of that kind of like Exiles actually, because Exiles has like the hot cold system built into it.
Yeah.
Right, like if you go like in
go to the
Exiles,
far north, you have to be dressed properly. Yeah,
you got to dress, and you have like.
And then you can't wear too heavy. You can't wear too heavy stuff in like the desert.
Yeah. So this one in Once Human is specifically. It's more about just I think staying warm, because it is like frozen north, so it's I don't think we have like a sand biome yet. You've got like regular, and now you have like the winter one. I don't know if you can overheat. I haven't played it enough, honestly. I played it for like an hour today or something.
You probably can't.
But,
if it's in the winter biome, you probably can't overheat.
I mean,
I'm going to go out on a limb and just guess.
You might, because for example, even in Conan, there's the volcanoes up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you literally die in the lava. Like,
yeah.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Once Human then also has a similar thing where it's like frozen. But I think in some of the like poster art for it or whatever, there's like some sort of like volcano like forge or something. So like,
okay, yes.
Maybe you can.
Okay, yes. Maybe right. If you fall in lava, sure, yes.
Well, I just mean you get too close, right? You get close to that area, it's gonna heat
You'll
up.
be pretty hot. Yeah.
They also have the thing where like you can eat foods that make you warmer.
Okay, yeah.
Like they have like there's different like foods you can pick, like you can get, and then you can make different recipes, and you can actually like consume, not just wear clothing. You can consume different foods to like raise your temperature. And then there's something about, I like saw this for like 3 seconds. You can get like different rocks, and then you put them in like your fire pit, and then they like maintain a certain temperature, and you can like take them with you.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Like what do they call those? Yeah, they're like packs.
And it looked like they had a cold one as well, like not just a hot one. I could be wrong about that, but I thought they might have like essentially like a cold rock.
Oh,
as well.
Fancy.
I think. But I saw that today for like seriously like 3 seconds or something. I was like, what is that? Like, I didn't have a lot of time to spend on it, but yeah, it does remind me a little bit of like the Exiles stuff. But the biggest thing though being like this is the first new map for that game. I think Exiles' last new map was what, Sipta? Have they had one since Sipta?
Yeah, Isle of Sipta. Nothing official, I don't think. Nothing official. Everything has been like, I'm sure fan made projects, of course, but nothing modded stuff, absolutely, but nothing
Right.
nothing official.
I was just curious. I didn't think I'd missed one, but I would see. But yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna save Jimmy's eyes and I think cut it here.
Like that Twilight Zone episode?
Just kidding. Jimmy's eyes can't be saved. Agents, this has been the
Oh,
0
no
Point
hope.
Report. Strain 96-JBB. You can catch us recording live the first and third Thursday nights of the month when hurricanes are not happening. When we can, around 9 p.m. Eastern Time, here in the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
JimmyTheRabbit.com.
Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Two-Ton Waffle, where can we find you?
Everywhere. Most of my stuff is at twotonwaffle.com.
Get out of my house.
I'm right
Yeah.
behind you. I'm touching you.
I looked behind me. He sadly wasn't there. I'm sorry.
You said everywhere. Was there an actual thing?
I lost you after everywhere.
No, I said everywhere. Most of my stuff is at twotonwaffle.com.
Okay.
Find me at Blue Sky, Threads, Mastodon, everywhere.
Okay. All right. Good. And I'm Ocho. You can find me here on Twitch, Blue Sky, Mastodon. All links at linktree/BigMikeyOcho. You can get in touch with us by engaging with the show, still on X at 0 Point Report. Haven't moved it, probably won't. Checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. So from all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Enjoy the spookies.
The spookies.